Next to me is Professor. What's going on, sir?
How everything is well.
I can't complain. If I could, but nobody listen anyway.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next to the professor is the mighty substitute.
What's going on, everybody?
How mighty can you be as you get a substitute?
I'm just ready to get going.
All right.
He has a lot to say. Don't play with him.
I know. Yeah, he learned school me a little bit. Next to the substitute, she hails from Muskogee, from Muskogee. She is the incomparable security. What's going on, lady? I can't even see you, so I can really talk to her now.
No, you can't.
She's loud and proud.
Next to security, and I don't know why we got them two sitting together. There might be some referees between that. So substitute, you might have to jump in every once in a while, because next to the security is preacher.
Hey, let the church say amen.
Preacher start wrong mess with his preacher. How does that happen?
I can't hear you.
Preacher start wrong mess with your preacher.
I can't hear you because your mic is not coming through my head.
I know, that might be a good thing.
You can hear the speakers.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
That might be a good thing.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. So how's your weekend, preacher?
Oh, it was all good. We had a busy week last week. First of all, let me give a big shout out to my oldest child. Today is her 28th birthday.
Happy birthday.
All the way to Anchorage, Alaska. Miss Kiara Phillips.
Kiara Phillips, happy birthday.
Yeah, so let me give a big shout out. And then last week.
You ran her way off, didn't you?
So
You ran her way off, didn't you?
that's another easy.
Ran her
But
away.
last week, I was busy with the National Missionary Baptist Convention, and we were blessed to vote on a new president who's located here in Dallas now, by the name of Pastor Dr. Anthony Sharp of Tabernacle Praise Baptist Church.
Okay.
So we are happy about that, and we just been busy in the ministry. I know Social Security missed me, you know.
Social Security.
Yeah, that's my
Don't get pushed off this chair.
But hey, I'm happy to be right there with the crew.
All right. Security, how was your weekend?
My weekend was wonderful. It started
Awesome.
off with the white party
Yes.
with Dante and Renetta Wesley.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes, it was wonderful. And then what did we do? We went someplace else.
Mhm.
I can't remember. I'll let you say it.
Home?
Were we home? We had so much stuff. Oh, and I had the pleasure of taking Benchwarmer to the hospital at 11 o'clock at night on Saturday.
Uh-oh.
That's what it was.
I was talking about.
Yeah, you may have to go into detail with that.
Oh man, y'all don't understand how Benchwarmer is when he's sick.
I are.
My
But
goodness.
he gets sick.
Women.
He got real sick.
Can you hear me now? Ladies, can you relate
He said,
to your husband being sick?
she said, you don't put that business down the street.
Did you hear this over here?
What do you say?
AD said, was you having contractions?
That's
I did not say that. I didn't say that.
You have to repeat what I said.
Somebody got to
Oh,
push it
yeah,
off.
I had to repeat it.
Substitute, how was your weekend?
Fantastic as usual. Piggyback what Shelly said, that all-white party was fun. And then this weekend, I did what I do every weekend during this time of year and watched a lot of football.
Yes, sir.
A lot of football.
Football is back.
Yes.
College and NFL.
And you have your college segment for us today.
Oh, I do.
All right. I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. And Professor.
Yes, sir. All was well. The weekend was great. And piggyback off of Shelley and the substitute, I'll call it all white game night.
All right, game, yeah.
Did my invitation get lost in the mail or
I
something?
told you about it.
You know you got a power man.
No, we're not calling you. We're going to tell you what time you're wrong. You said I'm not your secretary.
80, it's in the mail with the check.
Right. You said you was grown, so we treat you like you're grown.
But that was a great party. It was very nice for 'em. Everybody was on the investigation. Everybody was in uniform. And it was just awesome. And other than that, everything is good. And while I think about it, I need to make this announcement. From October 29th through November 17th, I will be out of the country on business travel. I have to go to Costa Rica.
He has to go to Costa
I
Rica.
have to, so.
But you'll call in though, right? There you go. You call in and give your report, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 3 Tuesdays I'm gonna have to miss.
Yeah, you call in and give your report.
Oh, we were just talking about last night, we won't have 3 Tuesdays in December that we gotta kind of try to figure out because we're gonna be in Las Vegas, the week before Christmas.
Oh,
And then
really?
it's Christmas on Tuesday and then New Year's on Tuesday.
Oh, so it's okay, this is the year.
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year's fall on the same day.
Yeah,
different
it
weeks.
always falls on the same day, but just,
We're not broadcasting on Christmas?
I don't think so.
Man,
No, sir, we will not be here on Christmas or New Year's,
I was looking forward to it.
unless you're doing it from Bedside Baptist.
Well, I used to pastor that church.
You did?
Well, man,
Oh, that's good.
Baptist Methodist.
I mean, I don't remember that.
Oh, my.
I thought you were
Many times,
But everything is well. I'm just ready to get this
Small
show
world.
going.
Small world is out there, y'all. Say hi,
Small
small world.
What's going on, small world?
What's up, Deandra?
Shows up, be true. Huh?
Deandra.
Okay, so let's
And Sean.
get into some news.
Okay.
Panthers Greg Olsen refractured his foot against the Dallas Cowboys.
That is very unfortunate. The same injury he suffered he suffered last year, and he came back and he refractured the foot. He came back again towards the week 15, week 16 of the season for a playoff push, in which he didn't get injured then. But this got to be devastating for Olsen, because if you keep refracturing the same foot, of course, now you're going to start to think is retirement sooner than later.
Yeah, because it's reoccurring.
I mean, you had the entire offseason to rest that foot, and you refractured the foot again.
Yeah.
That can't be good.
He's on my fantasy team.
He's on your fantasy.
Oh.
Your fantasy team.
Yeah, that's it, that's all.
And then you got Le'Veon Bell on that too, don't you?
Yeah, you don't want to talk about that right now.
Luau Davis agrees to deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who?
Luau Davis.
He's a nomad. He has great talent, but he can't seem to stay on the
Can't
same
play
thing.
together. Yeah. And the Rangers win.
Who?
The Rangers.
Oh, Rangers.
That's a lost cause.
Finally.
Baseball season is still going.
Finally.
Surprise! What? Surprise!
They're out the playoffs. Nothing bad against them, but they're out the playoff here. They're just playing for pride. So I mean, come on.
Ain't nothing wrong with playing for pride.
This is football season now, so we need to think about them.
I mean, it's still news. You gotta report. You know, some people might be under a rock and don't realize.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know,
Okay.
you still gotta report.
Okay, I'll let you slide with that. If it's news, it's news.
Yeah, actually. You know.
If it's news, it's news. I mean, Texas is. I mean, they're over 15 games behind first place. It's a done deal. So
It was done a long time
let's
ago.
think about next spring training, but that's not the talk right now.
It was done when it started.
Yeah. Well, no, I ain't gonna go that
It was
far.
done when the season began.
I'm not gonna go that far, but
I saw that pitching rotation, they were done.
It was done when the season began.
what else is news?
Okay, birthdays.
Okay, birthdays.
Harry
I
Connick
say it's
Jr.
gonna win.
Cover your book.
Oh yeah, because
Oh, no, Lewis gonna win. Lewis always wins.
I can't see anything. I ain't paying attention to him like that.
He watched the news in the morning and saw the birthday.
I can't. I mean, I wake up 4 o'clock every morning. No.
He ain't got time.
Who's first on the birthday list?
Harry Connick Jr.
Who?
Harry Connick Jr.
Eric Carney?
Harry Connick
Harry.
Jr.
Harry, he's jazz.
Harry
Out of New Orleans.
No, say the name again.
Harry
Connick.
Connick.
Jr.
Connick
Yeah, Harry Connick Jr.
Jr.
I have never heard of
Chronic.
him.
Connick, not chronic.
Connick.
Connick.
Chronic.
Connick.
Oh, Connick.
Connick.
Okay. How old is he? Can you give us some background on him?
He's out of New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
He's a jazz musician.
Right.
How long?
He has his own show
Right.
called the Harry Connick Show.
How long he been in the game?
Oh my gosh,
He's been
a
in the game for a
long
while.
time.
I don't know who this dude is. I'm gonna just throw 66.
No, he ain't that old.
I don't know who he is.
60.
52.
46.
He is 51.
51.
Okay.
All right, he was close.
Taraj P. Henson.
Who?
Taraj P. Henson.
Oh, 48.
It doesn't matter. She's still hot.
Yeah. Taraji P. Henson. I don't think she's 50.
47.
I'll say she's 46.
49.
48.
Oh, Chef already knew.
No, I didn't.
You were the first to answer real quick.
I just assumed she was closer to our age.
I heard in your voice. Oh, she's 48.
No, I really didn't know. I promise.
She answered quick.
know. I really didn't.
No, I ain't gonna say she cheats. She
I'm gonna
just
be like
knew.
Serena. I've never cheated in my life. Ever. And for you to insinuate you're a thief.
And I know we talked about that too,
You know,
so.
your hair change is like that. You know that.
I'll look next on the front.
And
You
last,
are wrong. And you owe me an apology.
Ludacris.
Luda.
Luda is 49. Maybe. 50?
I'll say Ludacris
Okay,
is
46.
43.
Not that.
46.
I'll say he's 43.
I don't know.
49.
44.
He is 41.
He's the
41?
same age as me.
I'm gone, baby boy.
Oh, man.
He was older than you.
He does look older than you.
Okay, who's next?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's it?
But I do have, I have a joke.
You got a joke.
Yeah, I got a
Oh,
joke.
Lord.
All right, so this,
Oh my gosh.
no, this is good. This is good. So this lady, her cousin had called her and asked her to borrow $300 to help her pay rent.
Uh-huh.
And so she's a giving person and everything. So she said, okay, give me a minute, give me a second or two, and I'll give you a call back and let you know if I'll let you borrow her rent. Well, soon after that, her aunt called and said, don't pay her rent because she told me she's just gonna use the money because her boyfriend got put in jail and she's gonna use the money so her and her boyfriend can be under the same roof on his birthday, because his birthday is tomorrow. So she started thinking everything. So she called the girl back and she said, you know what? You need the money? Okay, come on over and pick up the money. So she came over, picked up the money, and she left. Next thing you know, she got a phone call from the Harris County Jail, and it was her cousin saying, why do you give me counterfeit money? And she said, well, you want to be on the same roof with your boyfriend.
Hey, what's up, sister?
If y'all notice, only two people laugh, right?
Y'all didn't get that?
You didn't get it?
She wants to be on the same roof with her boyfriend, so she gave her counterfeit money, so now she's there with the boyfriend.
Okay.
Come on, y'all.
But I'm supposed to.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's okay. You know, smart folks.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this music working right.
No
but
more jokes.
Until I get this music working right, let's go ahead and move on
To get paid.
into what we want to get into.
Okay, what you
All
got?
right, so a couple things we got on the table right now. You know, we got the Cowboys we got to talk about. We
Right.
have the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
and then so we're gonna go around the NFL, and then we also have I want to talk about Serena Williams,
Okay.
about that whole fiasco.
Okay.
You have your 4 quarters.
You better apologize.
Yes.
Yeah, you better apologize. You got your 4 quarters.
Yes.
All right, and we're introducing a new segment called College Roundup.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the segment.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got
You know what? Between you and my sister, she talking about how about them gals.
anyway. So we have
Yeah.
I hate saying the substitute. I want to say something different than the substitute, but we got
That's the
sub.
name you gave?
I know we got sub doing the. Well, he was substituting then.
He could be a coach,
It stuck with him.
Yeah, yeah, we got
but
because we
he's no
got
longer a
sub.
substitute.
I know that's
I
what
like
We gotta
coach.
find a different name.
Coach, you like coach?
Coach,
We'll
game.
Now I gotta change up the
Now you gotta get
rules.
the audience to know.
But now I gotta change
Well, I
up
thought it was
the
gonna
bill.
be substitute.
Now,
That'd be all
You
right.
gotta explain.
we're gonna keep substitute on there.
Man,
We don't keep
I like
substitute.
the coach.
So substitute's gonna bring us the college roundup.
Yes.
Preachers is in the process of bringing on people that
Politics.
Stacey coming on. Okay, and then he's got his laptop over there, so I don't know
You
what
gonna do
he
politics?
better not pull up nothing crazy. So we got a full lineup today.
Yeah.
So let's
Yes, sir.
get right to it. What do you want to start with? You want to start with now I want to do Cowboys that, and plus we have our pick set.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna look at my picture.
I need to look at mine either.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna look at it.
I did. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I'm gonna look regardless. I'm just saying, yeah. I'm looking regardless.
So let's get into let's start with college. Let's start with college roundup.
Okay.
All right.
How about them Sooners?
Boom.
How about them Sooners?
Yeah, we got
Come on now.
You ready?
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
All right.
You got
I'm ready. Got my shirt
Well,
on.
I have to talk about the Sooners last because that wasn't the game of the weekend.
Yeah, that's
I
the
want to start with the game of the weekend, which turned out to be Texas A&M and Clemson.
best. Yeah.
I don't know if any of you watched that game. but,
Yes,
Uh,
that was a good game.
Fisher has gone into A&M and has already
Changed it up.
changed
Yes, changed
the
the whole dynamic.
whole dynamic of that football team.
In a
They
short
came up
period of
there
time.
inspired.
Uh-huh.
They played hard, and to be honest, they should have won the football.
And it looked like Clemson had them beat a couple of times,
Yes,
but Texas A&M never went away.
it didn't go away.
Never went away.
They made plays, some of them kind of lucky. And
Yeah.
Obviously, there were
That-
some
that one in the
officiating
back-
calls that
that-
didn't go their
The
way.
play in the back of the end zone, where he didn't have to throw it to the back end zone, but in five deep coverage or something like 1,200 people around.
Exactly.
Yeah, didn't have to do that.
And so I don't know what A&M is going to be throughout the year, but what I saw in the first game,
They're gonna be tough.
if I'm an Aggie fan, I'm encouraged.
They're gonna be tough, yeah.
And happy with the decision they made to pay him a real.
And it felt like a win for them, didn't it?
I'm sorry?
It felt like a win for A&M.
No, it's still a loss.
No, it's still a loss, but for A&M, it felt like that's a win because you don't take on Clemson, the number 2 team, like that, and because we're thinking, okay, the spread was like a 10 or something like that. It wasn't that close.
Yeah, but this is the thing. A&M's, that's a big boy university.
Yeah,
You don't take wins and
and they
losses.
spent big boy dollars too.
Right.
With-
And
with-
for Fisher, Jimbo Fisher.
Not just for him, but the coaches too. All the coaches they spent big boy dollars.
So when you're doing that, you don't have wins when you lose. It's
Well,
a
yeah.
loss, and you just try to learn from it and try not to lose.
You have mental confidence to say, okay, we can do this.
Yeah, we're capable
Yeah, we can
of
stick.
playing with anybody in the country.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Another game, obviously, there was on my list of games is OU UCLA. UCLA, I wouldn't say a traditional power, but usually very competitive. Obviously, with the hiring of Chip Kelly, everybody was expecting them to give a tougher challenge to the Sooners, obviously, than Florida Atlantic did. And for about a quarter and a half, it looked like UCLA was making the game. And then, the talent and obviously, it was just too much. It eventually overwhelmed UCLA. They didn't have enough firepower to compete at a high enough level. So that ended up being a rout.
Yeah.
Obviously, to me and Shelly's like, so that's good. And before I end the segment here, a quick game this week. I want everybody to keep an eye on. Ohio State is playing TCU and Jerry's World.
Yeah,
I know everybody will expect TCU to get ran out of the building.
Yeah.
I would caution that.
Yep.
Because I'm going to put it out there right now. TCU will be in the game in the fourth quarter. And
But
I think they'll lose.
Yeah.
I think they'll keep that close for 4 quarters. I don't anticipate a blowout at all.
What does that do to their ranking if they keep it that close? It doesn't move or anything like that, does it?
Well, because it's 2 Power 5 teams, both in the top 15.
Right.
It's not going to that bad. It didn't hurt Washington bad when they lost to Auburn. I think they dropped 2 spots.
But if they get load,
Well, if they get blown out of the building, then
that's
they
gonna be another situation.
Fall out of the top 25.
Yeah.
Add a word when you say blow.
Blown out. Blown out.
Blown out.
Yeah, add a word after that.
Blown.
Just leave it hanging.
if they get put out their misery.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's the segment for today?
That's the segment for today. Every
Good
week I'll bring up 2 games and then a game to watch this week.
What about TCU and SMU? Did you see that?
What about OSU?
I try to bring up the game that people are interested in.
Check out. That's worth something, huh?
What about OSU? OSU is not a good one?
Oklahoma State?
Mhm.
No, because they didn't play anybody.
Oh, they did.
I will throw this out there though, just FYI, if you're a big college fan. Kentucky, after 32 consecutive losses to the Florida Gators, ended that streak.
Wow,
So
awesome.
They went into Gainesville and beat the Gators, and I don't know what Florida's going to do. That's a bad loss.
They're not as good as you know.
And now the Sunshine State is struggling. Miami Hurricanes getting
Miami's
strong.
struggling, yeah.
Florida State
struggling, yeah. All right, that is our college roundup. So,
Great.
and what do we have for next week? Who do you have for next week?
What do I have?
Yeah.
The game to watch that I want everybody to focus on is TCU Ohio State.
Okay.
That's the game. College game day will be there, and we're gonna.
College game of the week is TCU and Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be checking out.
Names.
All right, let's go ahead and since we keep on rolling, I'm gonna get this music working one day. We're gonna get the 4 quarters later on, right? No, we'll get the 4 quarters later on today.
That's fine.
Yeah. So let's get into. I want to go to this NFL roundup, or this NFL, what's going on in the NFL. My biggest surprise is Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
Why?
That
I
tie.
might as well get in the 4 quarters. That was
That
part of
tie.
mine.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and do 4 quarters then.
Because I'm like, if you're gonna go do it that way, then I might as well go and
Yeah, because that didn't make no sense. That didn't make no sense.
So Ravens 47, Bills. This can't be the score. 3.
47 to 12.
47-3. Okay. Joe Flacco for 236. Will he eventually get replaced this season?
No.
Joe Flacco is at his best when his back is against the wall, as we've seen time after time after time.
No, he's not going to be replaced.
He threw 3 TDs in his first game.
No. Why? If it ain't broke, why fix it?
And that was the Buffalo Bills, so
Yeah, that was Buffalo Bills. But,
I'm gonna put a lot of stock in
the
that.
question should be: are they going to the playoffs this year? No.
Patriots 27, Texans 20. Is Rob Gronkowski still able to dominate the game?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because he was doing it against Houston. Because that's all. I mean, Tom Brady has to throw to is Gronkowski and Phillips and Philip Dorsett.
Mm-hmm.
There was his own 2 receivers. The only 2, and more Gronkowski than Dorsett.
Okay.
I agree. Gronkowski's still a beast.
Yeah.
He's still a beast.
Bucks 48, Saints 40. Is the New Orleans Saints defense Super Bowl caliber?
No.
When you let Tampa Bay put 40 up on you, and as a matter of fact, they had to come back to get the 40. It wasn't like they was neck and neck. It was not like they was pound for pound, neck to neck. They had to struggle to get the 40.
At one point, it was 48 to 22.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
So no, and
ridiculous.
they were just doing whatever they wanted to do to the Saints.
And see, this is the part that scares you. It wasn't Jameis Winston that was doing it.
Exactly. It was Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He accounted for 5 touchdowns in that game.
Fitzpatrick, who is that? The journeyman. He got a 15-year career. Every 1 year he go to another team.
And he admitted after the game that one of the reasons why he played the way he did because his son told him, "I got you on my fantasy team."
Oh, that's a cute story.
That is inside story. Inside trading. His son needs to be when he go do an investigation on his son.
Yeah, his son needs to say that every week.
Yeah, inside trading. We can't do that. We can't have that.
All right. Bengals 34, Colts 23. Andrew Luck was 39 of 53.
Wow.
For 319 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
So much for that Andrew
And you still lose.
Is he back?
No. anytime he got to throw 53, well, number one, I ain't gonna say him. Yeah, he's back. He's not
That's the
hurting
question, individualizing him.
Yeah, he's back. I don't think he's. You'll never be the same Andrew Luck you were when you left from injury. You'll never be that same person. Okay. The issue with Andrew Luck now is not Andrew Luck; it's his team. It's what he has surrounding him, which is nothing. And you throwing 53 times. I mean, you have no running game at all. And he was 20 or something, 53. What was it again?
39 to 53 for 319, two D's, one pick.
No, I think the problem is not Andrew Luck. The problem is that team.
I think he's back.
Okay.
His velocity was good, and the fact that he threw 53 passes is proof that he's back. Because when you have a bad shoulder, you don't want to come out here throwing it 53 times.
Sure don't.
And those passes were getting there. He had the touch. He moved around. He took hits. He's ready. Like Benchwarmer said, though, that football team as a whole
is not.
They're not ready.
Okay. Vikings 24, 49ers 16. Jimmy Garoppolo was 15 of 33 for 261 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks. The question is he a top 10 NFL quarterback?
I'm gonna let you answer that first.
No.
Not even close.
Once again, we get caught up in meaningless football, and that's what we did a year ago. We got caught up in meaningless football when he won his last 5 or 6 games. The San Francisco 49ers drank the Kool-Aid. They paid him a lot of money, and I've been telling everybody it's fool's gold. He's a 7-9, 8-8 quarterback. They don't have a complete team. If your expectations are 11-5, 10-6, go get your money back if you can, right? Because that's a mistake.
You just wasted your money.
He went out there and threw 3 interceptions, and I don't want anybody to say, well, he's playing a great Minnesota defense. I don't care. You're a $130 million quarterback.
He still threw 3 interceptions.
Okay, you went out there and threw a bunch of bad passes. Okay, and you completed under 50%. And I think Terrence Newman's one of the starting corners for Minnesota.
He is. I think he's
retired.
Oh, okay. He finally retired?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's retired.
He's retired.
He retired a week, 2 weeks before the season started.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's no longer with the team.
My son would say he's a walking fossil.
Him and Mo Claiborne.
Mo Claiborne's a lot younger than Newman.
He's still a false.
Claiborne is 27.
He's still a false man.
Newman was 40 when he retired.
Yeah. I'm glad he retired.
Yeah. All right, Benchwarmer.
All right. The question again is
Jimmy Garoppolo a top 10 quarterback?
No, I don't even put him in the top 20.
Okay.
I don't even put him in the top 20. I mean, I agree with the substitute. You can't. First of all, you got a short order of games to look at him. Once they watch him, once they see how he plays, they cater to what they can go against what he does. You know, so yeah, and the interceptions he was throwing were just terrible passes. I mean, it was almost like he was just running and flinging it and hoping somebody would go up and get it. And that's not. I mean, Brett Favre used to do that. Brett Favre had a little velocity, a little direction to the balls.
Right.
Garoppolo, no.
All right. Jaguars 20, Giants 15. Eli Manning 23 of 37 for 229 yards. No touchdowns, 1 pick. The question is, how many good years does he have in him left?
You mean did he have?
Did he have?
What did he have?
Yeah.
You don't have nothing left.
0, zip, zilch.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's down to below average as a quarterback.
Wow.
I
He's
don't.
37 years old.
Dunsky.
I don't see him as being that
37?
quarterback that can bring it down.
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun.
If you saw that game, he had plenty of opportunities to hit open receivers in that game, despite the defense that the Jags had, but he just could not execute at all.
Couldn't hit him.
Now Odell Beckham had 11 catches for 111 yards. I mean, he was talking to him like crazy.
Yeah, because Beckham was getting open. Hey, Beckham was like getting wide.
Well, they have a lot of guys running open. Ingram ran open. Shepard.
Yeah, I mean, but and he knew Beckham catch ball too. And I guess he felt like Beckham could catch it and then turn it into something.
I think.
How many years does Eli have left?
I think this is it for Eli. If I'm the Giants GM and the head coach, I give Eli this season out of respect for Eli. Let him have a chance with all his players back, with the young running back in the backfield, and hope the offensive line doesn't get killed.
Yeah, that's
remember, they tried to sit him down, and somebody
that coach was an idiot. And that's why he got fired. Because I'm never sitting Eli for that. What was his name last year? The kid from West Virginia. It doesn't matter.
Davis Webb or
no, it wasn't.
No. You talk about
it wasn't Davis Webb.
No, it wasn't Webb. It was
because right now I think he's a backup out in
EJ Manuel.
No, it wasn't EJ.
No, EJ. It was somebody.
It's a kid from West Virginia. He's from West Virginia, but it doesn't even matter because he should have never been in there in the first place.
Okay. All right. Last one. Steelers 21, Browns 21, and ended in a tie. The question is, can the Steelers offense survive without Le'Veon Bell after the performance of James Conner? Substitute.
Yeah, they can survive without Le'Veon Bell. Can they survive Ben Roethlisberger throwing 3 interceptions?
No.
Okay, that's the problem.
He had 5 turnovers, I think, in that game.
The running back wasn't the problem. The problem continues to be Big Ben holding the football way too long and making bad decisions and getting his butt clobbered by Myles Garrett. And yes, they'll be fine without Le'Veon. They didn't miss him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the problem wasn't James Conner. It was number one.
But can they survive without Le'Veon Bell?
I think they can because James Conner's proved that you don't really need. We don't need you lay down. Yeah, you give us a different dimension. Now the problem is what we got to look at is how many teams are going to start focusing because they were not focused on James Conner at all. When Le'Veon Bell gets in there, he becomes the focus of the defense.
Good point.
So it's a different dynamic. Now that James Conner will be a focus. Let's see what happens the next game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can shut him down, the question is can Roethlisberger can Pittsburgh survive? If they can shut him down, no, he can't survive.
I don't agree with that because you're leaving Antonio Brown in single coverage if you decide to stack that line to stop Connor. Yeah, good luck with that. And Juju Smith. Yeah, good luck with that right there.
I mean, but Brown wasn't really. I mean, he was a factor, wasn't a huge factor yesterday.
He was, and
he took away.
He
took away coverage or something like that. But you know, and I think the biggest thing we need to be talking about is what's going on with that defense
of the Steelers.
Yeah, how do you let Cleveland?
And we can't talk Cleveland in the sense the way we have it in the past year. They do have talent on offense.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah,
Tyrod Taylor. For what it's worth, Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, I had to pick him up my
Josh Gordon is back. They got some studs.
But the only one that they didn't have on offense last year, they didn't have Tyrod Taylor or Jarvis Landry
or Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, they didn't have, but they
didn't have Josh Gordon for the whole season.
But yeah, he came back.
He came at mid-season after he got his act right.
Yeah, I mean,
they got some talent,
and their defense is not that bad.
And the defense is solid, and that's the one constant about the Browns I can say. Despite their 0-16, 1-15, and 2-14 seasons,
yeah,
I can't ever get over the fact they were 3-45,
right,
in 2015, 16, and 17. In the last 48 games, they lost 45 of those.
That makes no sense at all.
And only the Cleveland Browns. Only the Cleveland Browns. But they end their losing streak without a win.
Yeah. I can't say
that.
I can't say that Cleveland in the fourth quarter had a chance to beat the Steelers. They had time to capitalize, and they didn't do it. Tyrod Taylor, he was solid, but he didn't take advantage of his opportunities, which makes me think that Baker Mayfield may end up being the starting quarterback by week 8.
No,
you know it.
I'm gonna squash that for you, okay? Tyrod Taylor did a lot of things that Baker Mayfield probably couldn't do at that time. Tyrod Taylor knew some of the defensive formations. He knew how to call some of the plays. I don't think Baker Mayfield would have been able to make that comeback or do what Tyrod Taylor did. I think Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
I don't. But
I think he is a better quarterback, and that's why he started. Baker Mayfield's still a rookie. Let him still learn.
Yeah.
Don't put him in, especially if Cleveland, if they're starting to get on a winning streak. Don't just jump him in just because he's no. Just put him. You keep the formula going.
I'm fine with him sitting. I have no problem with Baker sitting. But if you don't start winning sooner than later,
Well, yeah,
he is the number one pick in the draft.
and you use that number one.
I'm watching Darnold go out there and play, and Josh Allen, I guarantee you will be starting next week for Buffalo or this week for Buffalo.
Yes, yeah. Those quarterbacks, those top quarterbacks, they didn't have a big game. Sam Darnold had it. He did pretty good.
That's pretty good.
He did pretty good. Yeah.
His
Four
first
or five incompletions.
Yeah, he did the
his
first was an
first pass
interception.
was an interception.
Yeah.
Pick six.
6-6, yeah. That's a good way. Welcome to the NFL. But other than that, they were well. Actually, they didn't really start anything, did they? Who was it? Lamar Jackson didn't see action.
And he will.
He did see action
Oh, at
at the end of the game. Yeah.
Right. It was a blowout.
Yeah, it was no action. It was pickup duty. So does that mean that they're gonna bring Lamar Jackson on quicker than they bring in RG3?
Not with Joe Flacco playing the way he played. If he plays at an MVP caliber, with that attitude and with the way he played against, and I know it's the Bills. The Bills defense is 50-50. They do have their ups and downs, but Flacco knows Jackson is there. Even though Jackson is a third stringer, he knows he's a third stringer. And they put him in the game instead of RG3.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That says a lot. You're putting a third string in a blowout instead of the second string. Evidently, the organization wants to look at Lamar Jackson as much as possible to see how he's able to handle the domes on the NFL. But if Flacco is doing what he's doing and is consistent with performances like he did in Week 1 on Sunday, Lamar's not seeing any playing time.
Yeah.
No.
Or if he does, he's gonna see that pickup duty stuff.
Right.
Right.
That little fourth quarter, you can get him down on the ball type stuff.
But I think the Ravens sent a message when they put him in trash duty, not RG3.
Oh,
But Lamar Jackson. That to me, that's right on the ball.
I think so.
It's almost like saying we can't wait to put you on
But what is
right
happening in RG3's career to where you go down so far? I mean, you couldn't get a snap in, well, you played in Cleveland, and they let you go.
Well, yeah.
That's Cleveland.
He was there when they went 2-14.
Cleveland went 2-14 one year.
Right. And then the next year they
You remember that year? They went 2-14. They won a game.
He was there.
Oh, the next year they went 0-16, and
They went
2-14.
2-14, 1-15, 06. They got worse.
Yeah. You think it couldn't get any worse, right?
Right,
But it did.
But I think Lamar's gonna be he'll be in the he'll be the starter for the Ravens if Flacco starts to have inconsistent games where he throws 2 picks, 15 to 40, them type of games. But Flacco got his back on the wall and he's playing like it.
And but he playing like a contract year, right?
I don't know if this
It's not. He's playing like a contract year.
Okay. So we can continue with the NFL games. That was my 4 quarters. We can you can keep going with the NFL games if you want to.
Yeah.
We can do Tennessee 20, Miami 27.
But that was the longest game in game history.
Since the 70 merger.
Yeah. They had like
Multiple delays.
Yeah, 800 delays.
Yeah.
How do you gear up? How do you gear back up for a game like that?
You can.
Yeah, and what's so crazy about it, the delays were so crazy that when they finally started the game, it was still in the second quarter, and then went to third quarter and said, oh, we ain't having a halftime. Y'all just sit on the bench for a second, we're going to resume the game. They had no halftime.
The question I have coming out of that game, when did we call Mariota a bust?
Ooh.
At what point are we going to start?
Yeah, because I don't like anything I've seen from him the last 2 seasons.
So let me ask you this question. Let me answer that question with this question. Who was the better quarterback that came out that draft, Winston or Mariota?
No, that's a good question.
Oh,
Both of them have their flashes.
Mariota has been the more consistent quarterback.
He's been more
But
consistent.
if you tell me which one do I want, if I can somehow get the knucklehead out of James Winston, that's the guy I want.
Well, it's like getting knucklehead out of Greg Hardy.
So are you starting to label Mariota as a bust?
Not yet, but it's just getting to the point where I'm not seeing any improvement. He looks exactly the same. At some point, you should see progress. He's been starting for 3 seasons.
He started all 3 seasons.
I don't see progress. I see the same player.
No, he's actually, this is his 4th season.
So
he came out a year. This is Dak's 3rd season. They came out. Those quarterbacks came out a year before that.
I just think they got some things around him that are good, and they should be better. And they're just not.
How many yards did Derrick Henry have?
That was one of the things we needed to allude to. He had 10 rushes for 26 yards. He had a 61-yard touchdown run called back to a phantom penalty.
Yeah.
Other than that, Deion Lewis.
Are we missing?
Deion Lewis had more touches than Henry, and that concerns me because I felt, and I'm gonna keep touching on.
He was a Henry guy.
After what we saw last year when we was in Addison, we sat there and watched that game when they played Kansas City. When the Walker Murray was on the sideline, they was feeding that horse, and he produced in both playoff games. He was the main reason why they advanced from the wild card round. But yet you get Deion Lewis, who was a exceptional serviceable back for the Patriots. You bring him over and you're using the way Tom Brady used it. You pass to him and he's a two-way player.
So are you missing DeMarco Murray?
No, just not missing DeMarco Murray, but he's taking away opportunities from Derrick Henry, and I'm starting to think people have the perception that Derrick Henry is not of a great running back the way he was at Alabama, and I disagree with that. He came out and said yesterday, I'm the type of running back to where the more you give me the ball, the better I am.
Let's look at your Alabama running backs.
Bo
Scarborough. You got Derrick Henry. I'm talking about just all of them that came out. Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Bo Scarborough. Who was the other? You had another running back before Derrick Henry.
T.J. Young.
Yes, he did. T.J. Young.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, and there's another running back he had. It was almost like a Derrick Henry. I forget his name, but your Alabama running backs are not necessarily. I mean, your prized possession right now is Mark Ingram, who's serving a 4-game suspension.
I don't think Derrick Henry's getting opportunities. He's a dude that you can get him the ball 20, like Zeke Elliott, 22, 25 times. I guarantee you, he's getting 100 yards plus.
People will get tired of tackling him because of his size.
Who's running back that would play Green Bay?
Who?
The Alabama running back.
Oh, Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy, yeah.
That's him. Eddie Lacy. But he only had 10 rushes, 26 yards. Deion Lewis, 16 rushes, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Also, 5 catches for 35 yards.
Yeah.
He's taking playing time away from Derrick Henry. And you just have to wonder, where's future with the team?
Derrick Henry?
Yes.
Well, if you got Lewis back there.
He went through this with the Walker Murray last year. Yeah, I got to go through this with Deion.
But now maybe you have to wonder, is it them or is it coaching?
It's the system.
It's the system.
They are determined to run the Oregon-style offense.
They're determined to make
Derrick Henry is not an Oregon-style offense running back.
They're determined
to get our formation, hand him the ball, and let him just where people did.
Yeah,
I'll take him.
I'll take him all day. I think he brings up a good point. Who can we talk about? Kansas City 38.
I know you're going there.
The Los Angeles Chargers 28. Your thoughts?
I knew you was going
substitute.
First of all, I wanted the professor to start first. I'm ready for whatever you guys say.
You want the professor to start, right?
No, you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've been on this Patrick Mahomes bandwagon since since
Okay.
forever long.
Okay, let's
15 to 27, 256 yards, 4 touchdown passes, no picks.
And I mean, that's a good. That's
His
his
first.
That's a
full
solid.
NFL
That's a
start.
I can't.
And he did more than throw deep.
I can't say nothing about that. I cannot say nothing about that. That's a solid start. I mean, hey, what can you say? I mean, but I still go back to your numbers look different. I'm telling you, no Tyreek Hill.
I'm just not sure
Your
about
numbers
that.
look different.
I think he's a better quarterback than that.
No Tyreek Hill. I think your numbers look different.
He has Travis Kelce, who, by the way, he only had 1 catch for 6 yards. Sorry, fans, But
What were Tyreek's numbers?
7 receptions, 169 yards,
How many touchdowns?
2 touchdowns, and 92 yards.
Yeah. I'm telling you, no Tyreek Hill, your numbers are looking different. That just tells you no Tyreek Hill, because some of those passes, the short passes, Tyreek Hill turning in long passes. No, I'm saying no Tyreek Hill, your numbers are looking like that.
Okay, Matt Ryan lose Julio Jones. I mean, we can do this all day.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is this right here. All I'm saying is this right here. I want to see more body of work. I want to see more body of work before I start rating him the great Kansas City Hope.
It's a good debut.
Yeah, it was a good debut. I mean, Alex Smith had a better debut. And where is he at?
As a 49er?
No. In Kansas. He had a better debut in Kansas than where he at.
He was a veteran by then.
No, like he wasn't
He's been
better.
in the league.
He's been in the league for 3 years.
So he's more of a veteran by then.
He's been in the league for 3 years.
And the losing calls, and I think this dude is a Hall of Famer and something that could differ. But Phillip Rivers, 34 of 51 for 424 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Phillip Rivers, no interceptions, bro.
I think he's underrated.
He is way underrated. He has no Super Bowl rings, but I think he's one of the quarterbacks like Dan Marino, where his stats alone, his longevity will get him in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, this dude here is just fire. He's fire. I mean, from a fantasy perspective, I'm kind of.
Would you want him on your fantasy league?
He's gonna give you numbers.
There are some games where he would throw 2 or 3 picks when you start on fantasy.
And
I
normally,
say it because I've been through that.
Normally those are games where you close, when you tight and you need them points from that quarterback, and that quarterback just ain't getting it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then where's Melvin Gordon at? What did he do yesterday?
15 rushes, 64 yards, 9 receptions, 102 yards.
Melvin Gordon, okay. I just want to know.
Don't start that.
I just want to know.
I already told you. It's just his rookie year.
I just want to know. That's all.
He's going to be the it factor.
I just want to know.
Don't even go there.
I just want to ask a question.
Okay.
I just asked.
So, any comments on the game?
On that one, no, not really.
Comments on the performance of Mahomes and Rivers?
Mahomes, me and you were in agreement about him. I thought he was a good quarterback. I thought he could do more than throw the ball deep. I watched him at Texas Tech, and I thought he had some things. Phillip Rivers, I mean, it's a broken record. He puts up good numbers. He plays the quarterback position very well, and unfortunately, it hasn't led to a lot of success in the win column, and that's going to hurt him when his career is over.
Keep in mind, the Chiefs 2 years ago traded up to get Patrick Mahomes in the first round. So just keep that in mind. Where we going to go to? Washington 24, Arizona 6, and we all know the story of this game.
Welcome back, Adrian Peterson. Boomer Sooner Nation, rise up.
Yeah.
AP,
Yeah.
33-0, Adrian Peterson, 26 rushes, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 receptions, 70 yards. The dude he's one of the backs. You give him opportunity to play. He been preaching, just give me a chance. He couldn't do it anymore because Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara was already there. He went to, where did he go? The Cardinals. His first game, 30 rushes, I think, for 110 yards, and then he injured his neck in some way. And then he comes to the Redskins, give me a chance. They gave him a chance because
Yeah, 4 days in.
Darius Geis towards me. That's the only reason why AP is on this team, and he showed up.
And it was 4 days before was it 4 or 5 days before the regular season started?
Yes.
Well, you ever seen
That's just how much of a freak athlete he is.
You ever seen his workout routine?
Oh yeah.
He's a monster.
We don't be on that workout routine.
Jealous of his body.
So the Chiefs reject, I'm gonna call it reject because Mahomes is there now. Alex spent 21-30 for 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He continues to not make mistakes when he starts playing NFL team.
And I think Alex Smith is underrated too.
He's the perfect quarterback for the Washington Redskins.
That's a good game for
Anybody say hi?
Sam Bradford was and
He was under the weather and tried to play through.
I got that now.
it was 20 of 34 for 153 yards. He only averaged 7 yards per completion. No touchdowns, 1 pick, got sacked twice.
This is going to be hard for me to say what I'm about to say about Sam Bradford.
He's done.
Sam Bradford has become afraid to get hit. He doesn't drop back and actually look to pass the ball. He looks to get rid of the ball. And there's a difference.
Yeah.
You know, you drop back to pass, you're surrendering the defense. He's first read, throw it, get rid of it as quick as he can because he doesn't want to get hit. And when you have a quarterback that's at that stage of his career, it's time to see Rosen and tell Bradford, you know, you're just gonna get this free $20 million this year, and then you're out of here.
He's trying to save his body.
Yeah, his career is done.
He wants to go to the
Real quick here, because we're about to approach 8 o'clock. Denver 27 out of 24. Keenum 25 of 39 for 329, 3 picks, 3 TDs. Emmanuel Sanders 10 receptions for 135 yards, 1 TD.
That's a good game. And then you got Chicago running back.
Chicago, oh my God.
Yeah, that right there. They should have won that game. They should have won that game. Chicago should have won. They should never let Green Bay come back. But
Green Bay 24, Chicago 23, and the score doesn't really indicate how this game went. But Aaron Rodgers, apparently, he was 3 of 7 for 16 yards before he went down with what appears to be a gruesome leg injury. DeShone Kaiser come in.
Oh, God.
it was big.
He threw this interception that I still don't understand. What you doing that same Cleveland Browns?
Cleveland Browns stuff, yeah. They was like, please hobble out here.
You got anybody stay in school. He must come out when he came out. That was
Well, let's mention some Notre Dame quarterbacks.
the legend of Aaron Rodgers continues to grow.
It does.
That was amazing. He came back. He couldn't even put any weight on that leg. And let's be honest, when he got the ball last, did anybody here think they weren't going to go score a touchdown?
I know. He's like, okay, here we go. I felt all our Cowboys Green Bay.
That's
All over me. I'm like, man, here we go.
Bears and screwed up.
Here we go.
They didn't hold up to this football long enough. They screwed up completely.
When Aaron Rodgers came back, he ended up being 17 of 24 for 271 yards and 3 touchdowns.
In the second half.
He came back. Wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Quick note, I know last week I talked about how we had this player, Khalil Mack, that kind of money. And I'll still say that.
Oh, okay.
Because this game is a prime example. In the first half, he looked like he was the greatest defensive player ever put on the field. And when Aaron Rodgers started to go off, he needed to slow him down, and you needed to figure out a way to get him down. Where was Khalil Mack?
He couldn't.
That's why you pay quarterbacks.
Because quarterbacks can get it done.
This dude had 2 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception, return for a touchdown, fumble recovery, a forced fumble.
Yeah, he
In his first game with the Bears. And that's one of the reasons why the Bears didn't mind paying him, because they're in the same division as Aaron Rodgers. We got a glimpse of how things would be, but it just seemed like
But you better stop him.
they sold Khalil up after Rodgers came back. They found a way
You better stop him.
to keep him away from Rodgers.
You
But
better stop him. All right.
yeah, but that's the NFL roundup there.
Ran through the NFL.
fantastic.
All right, we're still trying to get the music
Except
up.
for the Dallas Cowboys.
We'll do it. Dallas Cowboys player.
We don't want to talk about that debacle.
I think I'm excused.
It is now,
You
We
can't.
don't want to talk about that debacle.
it is now the 8 o'clock hour.
So let's go move into entertainment. We move by that thing quickly.
That's right.
Okay, it is, I'm still trying to get the music up, so you gotta bear with me.
Okay.
Let's keep it moving.
All right, keep it moving.
I did my introduction.
Okay,
No music.
insecurity.
What?
That's cold. That's cold. Anyway, okay,
What
so
you got?
entertainment news. So John Legend, did you guys hear that he is the first Black man, African American man, to have won all of the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony? They call it the EGOTs. So he's the first one to win that. He won the
Yes.
Yeah, he won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony in his lifetime. That's what that means. He reached the status on Sunday after winning an Emmy for producing Jesus Christ Superstar Live in concert.
Mm.
There's only 12 other people that have had that honor until Sunday. All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
Congratulations, John.
congratulations to him for that.
Yes.
That was great news. I heard that yesterday. That's when they put it out there. Well, actually, it was Sunday. So yeah, and then this is the one I really want to talk about. So remember when we were talking about Bill Cosby and all the stuff that he was going through, and how it affected the other people that were on the set. You got Felicia Rashad and all those other people. So a couple weeks ago, there was a person that did a celebrity shame of Jeffrey Owens. Remember Sandra's husband?
Yeah.
They shamed him because they saw him bagging groceries in Trader Joe's.
Mhm.
So recently, I think it was just a few days ago, Tyler Perry, who was homeless before he started producing and doing all the things that he's done, he's offered him a part on The Haves and the Have-Nots.
Oh, wow.
And he accepted. But in the news, he actually is blaming Bill Cosby for the reason why they work at Trader Joe's.
Oh my. Oh goodness.
Well, and they pulled the shows. He was getting royalties from that. So once they pulled the shows, those royalty checks stopped. And if he's not doing anything else, and so the reason why Tyler Perry offered him that part is because he said, I like the fact that he got out and hustled and did what he had to do to make sure he took care of his family. So regardless of the pitfall, but of course people are following this. It's a big deal, to see him out there doing that. And so they're taking him on. So now they got him in an article talking about, that issue with Bill Cosby is really what happened and why he had to go do what he did. So, what do y'all think about that?
At least he's not holding up anybody.
Right?
On drugs.
Right?
So
I mean, but what do you think about it?
nothing
Because the same thing also happened with Roseanne Barr. When she made the statement that she did and they pulled her show, that put people out of work.
Right.
So someone else's sin, so to speak, affects so many other people. And then you talk about the entertainment industry. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, everybody should be ashamed for shaming him for working. He has a job, so
Exactly.
that in itself is embarrassing.
Yeah,
People would even shame him for that
Yeah.
because he's working.
exactly.
I'm disappointed in him because you're not getting those royalty checks anymore. Okay, you need to do something. I'm talking about outside of the Trader Joe's. I mean, was your acting?
Was your acting game not
I mean, because first of all,
Well, now that remains to be seen.
I didn't think he was that good an actor on the Cosby Show.
No, I didn't
I
think so.
liked it.
He had a little adorable little part here and there where he got into a
It
little
was
Felicia
funny.
Rashad, playing
Yeah.
with golf.
But he played the same part. His part did not involve at all.
No,
He did not involve it. He played the same part.
But it wasn't very developed.
It wasn't.
But that's
at
not
all.
his fault, that's the writer's
Well,
fault.
it might be because he can't develop anything.
because exactly.
They may say, okay, he may have been shoehorned into that part. Can you see him playing another part?
Urkel turned into Stephon.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what happened to him after that?
I mean,
No, he had a couple other parts.
He has
But they weren't
he
his
has-
roles.
He did also.
Huh?
He also had other roles that he played.
I've seen him in movies. I just watched one on Netflix recently.
Well, it's original.
Yeah, see? Have you seen Gregory Owen? What's his name?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Owens.
Owens.
Starts with a G.
See, I don't remember his name.
Jeffrey, like the giraffe from Toys
Yeah.
R Us.
I mean, but
He
all
even
the characters.
blamed himself for his inability to act.
Right.
Because he could have gotten other jobs. He's been getting royalties for over 20 years.
And I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, that's true.
If that's all you, so you can't go out and get another office job? I mean, can you not, you don't have to work at Trader Joe's. Can you work at, what kind of skills, what kind of professional skills you got?
In other words, so he needs to be condemned because he went out and got a job.
No. We're not
At least it's
condemning
a
him.
decent Social Security job.
No, we're not condemning him because he got a, no, we're saying for him to blame Bill Cosby for why he doesn't have money.
No, that's not what he said.
He's blaming Bill Cosby.
He said the reason why he had to go out and get the job that he has is because of the issue that happened with Bill Cosby.
Well, the actually words that he actually said was, the reason why I went and got a job because my royalties stopped coming in
And it
because of
affected
the issue behind Bill Cosby. That's what, he didn't say Bill Cosby, it was his fault. He said
The issue behind
that Nick would pull the show, no more royalties.
Right.
So let me ask this question here. Let's say, okay, the Cosby Show is over. All right, well, let me go and get me a professional job.
That's professional.
Well, I mean, let me go.
Well, I mean, and look
And
at,
so
look
when my
at
royalties,
Keisha
so
Knight Pulley.
when my royalties are pulled, I don't have to rely on those, so I don't have to be working at Trader Joe's.
Well,
I'm saying, do you have any other skills aside from acting that you can go and let's say, when you graduate college, did you? I mean, what was you?
Well, we don't know all the reasons behind it. Me, myself, would have spent all my royalties when it got to the point that it wasn't no longer coming. I would have had something to fall back on. We don't know. He had young children, so that means he had to use what he had to support his family. You see, because a lot of times we look down the road before the road gets finished.
Oh, I agree.
And
but what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to blame someone else's situation for my situation. Because it's not, they're in that situation. That situation was going on in the 70s.
But it not only affected him, but it affected everyone else that was part of the Cosby Show.
Well,
now, I'm not blaming Bill, for, he just got caught up in a situation that he should have been a whole lot careful with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I hear what you're saying. I'm saying, if you ask me why am I working at Trader Joe's, I'm going to tell you because I couldn't get a job somewhere else.
Yeah, because you don't hear Felicia Rashad complaining.
Exactly. I mean, everybody else, everybody's
She's still getting work.
Yeah,
everybody did something else.
Even DeAndre Whitfield, he on, what is he on now? What is he playing now?
Queen
Sugar. I mean, everybody else is doing something different.
You said guy playing a show called Queen Sugar.
You would have to ask me like that. You would have to take it like that.
You to tell me with your brother.
No, he's not.
But he's playing a part in the show. Oh, Queen Sugar. Mercy. He would take it.
I mean, but even look at who played Bud.
Bud.
Kenny. He's not
We
there.
ain't seen him doing that.
He's not there complaining
He just,
Well,
nobody
ain't
had taken his picture.
Yeah.
Because look at the woman that took his picture. She called herself slamming him.
Right.
And yeah, and it was.
What the world was that?
But anyway.
Oh.
He talking.
Oh, they told us about that.
Preacher, he talking too loud.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Hey, bring it on down. Anyway.
Away from you causing damage.
Here we go.
Talking about that's gonna be your sermon on Sunday. That's when that happens.
Substitute. Referee, you gotta jump in there. You gotta get in there. Get it started. You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there and get it
Don't
started.
be playing with me. Don't be using my name in vain. I'm gonna strike you.
You gotta get in there and get it started.
Make a point.
And that was my signal.
That was a sign.
Okay. That was confirmation.
Hey, come on. But
Mercy.
but anyway,
You're talking about the lady called herself.
Yeah, she was slamming him for trying to.
Yeah, she was trying to shame him.
Yeah, you know, degrade him. And,
But what is the?
and she was not of our color neither. Let's make sure we be clear with that.
Why is it always gotta resort back to color?
So what?
Why is it always gotta refer everything back to color?
Well, I mean.
Well, I was just letting you know.
I
He
don't
ain't
mean
the darkest dude himself. So.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
understand that.
the color shit don't mean nothing to nothing.
Okay,
You
just,
never know.
we talking about.
It don't mean nothing to nothing.
Anti-ways.
It ain't always about color.
Okay, we got you.
Benchwarmer. I'm Benchwarmer.
You have an issue.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
I'm a different denomination.
You know what
I
we
do
forgot
tend
to
to have
do
church
at the
every once
beginning
in a
of
while
the
at night.
show? Is we forgot to, give memory to, state 911. So we forgot to,
Moment of
kind of
silence.
acknowledge that and have a moment of silence. We talked about that. It's been 17 years
Well,
since that happened. Where were you when the Twin Towers got hit?
me, I was, actually, I was working at the Dallas Weekly, and I was the creative director for the Dallas Weekly, and that was on a Tuesday, so we had just sent the paper to the printer Tuesday, and at the time, we ran a American Airlines spread, a middle spread for American Airlines, and anytime that any of their planes go down, you can't run more advertising. So I get in, that Monday we sent the paper to the printer. I get in Tuesday and Jim Washington says, Senator, you need to go stop the press and go down to the paper and change the ad out. And I was mad. I'm like, Jim, I'm not changing that because I didn't know what was going on because I was driving into it. I'm like, Jim, I'm not changing no ads out.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, I'm like, if these sellers can't get the ads done, I'm not doing it. They just have shit, He said, no, American Airlines, you can take it out of the paper. So I had to run and we was on Martin Luther King. I had to jump in my car and drive all the way over to the papers in Arlington. We was getting printed in Arlington. And I said, y'all need to stop the presses. What happened? I said, I don't know, something happened with the plane. And that's when we saw the second plane go into the building.
Wow.
And they stopped the presses. So I had to come up with a whole new middle spread design, right then and on the spot, so they could keep the paper running, so the paper could get out on that Wednesday.
Wow.
And I was like, God, this is just
That's
crazy. Yeah. So I was back and forth, and I was listening to it on the radio. I was like, what? And I'm still thinking, now this is another Independence Day movie.
It did look like an Independence Day movie.
Yeah, this is another Independence
What about
Day
you,
movie.
Professor? Where were you when it happened?
2001, 24 years old, was working for Schwann's Cell Service.
Oh, I love swans.
And
You got some ice cream?
Right.
I was,
And he was on his way to our house.
it was 10 something in the morning because I started my route late. The plant was in Lancaster off of Dallas Avenue. And I came in, I was in uniform, and in our little area where we get our orders together, we had the TV kind of on the wall. And my supervisor back then, his name was Rick Martinez, he said, Louis, turn around. And I turned around, and all I saw was this tall building smoke, and I'm like, what's the name of this movie?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, this a plane just hit the World Trade Center in New York. And all I can remember, my jaw dropped. I stopped everything that I was doing. I was glued to the TV. We just sat there. Didn't even think about our routes. Didn't think about the customers we had to get, the businesses we had to get to on time. We just stopped. We just froze. And then we sat there for 30 minutes. He said, guys, let's go out here and get it. And when I got in my truck, I started getting calls saying, Louis, don't worry about coming by, because I had family members that were around there and stuff, and I'm on my way to New York now. And
wow,
I will never forget that morning. I think the city of Dallas was so quiet, and the building off of Stemmons had shut down moments after that happened.
Yeah.
The little World Trade Center we got here.
Because they started saying, it's coming here now.
Yeah,
Rumors started saying it's coming here now.
Right.
I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
My body was numb. I'm like, is this really happening?
It looked like a movie.
It sure did. Yeah. I thought it was.
Where were you?
Man, I was 21. at the
Let's
time.
not say Asian.
Oh, my.
And to be honest, I can't tell you, I can't remember where I was at the time. I do remember this when I found out about it. I remember I was at work and then looking at the person who was telling me. I said, "Dude, I don't have time for jokes." I remember saying that. Like, "No, man, I'm serious. Turn on TV." I said, "Man, you think the people in New York are about to let a plane go through one of their buildings? This is a joke, man. I don't have time for this. Turn on the TV. Turn on the TV." I shut up and apologized.
Like food.
And was glued to the television the rest of the time. It's one of those things you just never think will happen. And then when it does, you're just like, how did they let this happen? And you find out later, another plane. And you're just
So
like,
when you
okay, what's going on?
finally saw it, you just saw the first plane, you didn't see the second plane?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. What about you, Preach?
I'm just getting off from work. I was driving Dallas Transit, and I was on my bed. I was on the phone with my daughter. Like I said, today's her birthday. Call wish her happy birthday. So and I kind of apologized to her. I said, "Baby, I hate this happened on your birthday." And, because I knew it was gonna be a shift change in history, and then not forget the Pentagon as well.
Oh
Yeah, the Pentagon. Yeah,
The Pentagon got hit as
all
well.
the people that were trying to rescue that plane.
Yeah,
Well, that was the other one, the one that was outside Boston.
exactly.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it was
The
four, was
one
it
they
4
made
or 5?
the movie out of.
One of
Two
the
was
United
in New York,
93.
one was
United,
outside
yeah,
Boston,
United,
one was
yeah.
in the Pentagon.
Right, and so really like they were saying, it really brought Dallas to a standstill.
Sure.
Because Dallas is a government hub. It's one of them. And stuff like that affect, because if you affect New York, they start rerouting.
Right.
And American Airlines, the hub is here in Dallas.
Especially DFW, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
American, shut up, American Airlines down.
And that affected us as well, because everything was high alert.
Yeah,
And-
oh yeah.
and so
I remember
transit
that.
system changed.
They sure did.
Yeah.
And remember, didn't they stop, they suspended all flights across the nation.
They did.
Yeah,
All of them.
it did, you know.
So you sit in the airport like,
When
you know,
your president was up in the Air Force One, everybody suspended all flights. You the only one up there.
Yeah, oh my God, get him down. Get him
Right.
Get him off.
No, but they wanted him up there because
They wanted to keep
they
him
didn't-
because
they-
they
they
didn't know what
wanted
was
him
going
saved.
on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They sent him one place and they sent the vice president.
That's the other place.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Wait, that was a crazy time, wasn't it?
That was like.
So for me, I was working at, I'm not telling you that, I was in my 20s. Anyway, I was at the church. I worked at Oakland Bible Fellowship, Hirsch. I was working at Oakland Bible Fellowship, and usually we had a staff meeting for our department. I worked in the fellowship ministry. And so one of the ladies was getting the room together. There's a conference room at the opening of the office, and she came running back. She's like, a plane hit the Twin Towers. This was the first one. And we were like, what? So we all go running up to the front, and we're staring at the TV, and we're like, what in the world is going on? We just thought it was a plane just crashed, and we're sitting there watching this. The news is going on and so on and so forth. And as we're watching this, we see the second plane round, and the guy on the news was like, there's a second plane. And we're like, what? There's a second plane? So we look at it, and we see this plane come around, and we watch it crash into the building. And we're watching it, we're, like you said, glued to the TV. We're watching people jumping out of that building. And we're like, I started crying because I'm like, what is going on? And we're like, we don't know what's going on. Then they started talking about the other planes and this, that, and I mean, it was just crazy. I don't even know how long we stayed in that room watching that, but it's like you said, it was just like chills went over you, and you're just looking at the screen, and you're like, is this a movie? Is this really happening?
And you really don't do nothing. You just sit there and
You
just
can't.
watch
You
it.
just like, I mean, everything stopped. Everything stopped.
And it was such real to just watch.
It was
You
very
literally
surreal.
watching people jump out of the
Watching,
building.
yes, and watching the building, and then
It's like-
literally watching the building melt.
The last part of it. So I'm sitting, I'm like,
We
is that
watched it for
crazy?
hours.
what is that coming out, jumping out the window?
So we were like, what is that falling?
Falling out, yeah, what is
We
that
thought
falling
it
out the
was
window?
pieces of the
Debris
building.
or something,
and
right?
people.
Yeah. Like, those are people
It was
jumping
people.
out of
And they zoomed in on, that's what was so crazy. They started zooming
Zooming in
in
on-
to where you could see, and it was like, this is devastating. That's their family member is watching
Zooming in and
this.
watching my
And
family
they're
members,
zooming in and watching them jump out of the building. I mean, there was one guy that jumped out and was on fire.
Mhm.
And we were watching this, and then you just see the
The whole
building
building
just
just collapsed.
melt.
Yeah.
It's like they just melted down, and then poof, they were gone.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I don't know the time that it took for all that to happen, but we watched it from the time the second plane came into the building until
Till it all went
it all
down.
went down. And we were just stuck to the news. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, in memory, I forget, it was over 3,000.
Yeah.
People,
It was
3,900
Mhm.
something.
They read all
That
3,000.
perished, that was including the, first responders.
Mhm.
And that's what I really want to acknowledge.
Yes,
Because
yes.
they were making phone calls to their loved ones stating, hey, I may not come out of this,
Exactly.
but I gotta go in the building.
Can you just imagine getting that kind of phone call?
And that was wild.
And with all the stuff that's going on with the, first responders now,
Right.
and so we have to remember that just because there's, 10 bad cops, there's a whole bunch of them that go out there and put their life on the line every single day. My uncle served in the, as a firefighter for over 30-something years. He just retired. I mean, and the stories that he tells us are just crazy. Seeing kids and,
Even the officers, remember when they did the march against police brutality here in Dallas? And
to say people protesting against them.
Yeah.
They could have turned that back. But then there's good ones out there. We have these bad ones, but there's good ones out there. So we just want to acknowledge the good ones.
It's also the one I want to, and I'm really to get on the show. And it was the late 1975.
Yeah,
Really a friend of ours, family, long time friend, passed away. His uncle said would be Friday. Long time.
Condolences to his family as well. Yes. So anyway, get back on a happier note, so to speak. He's Are y'all ready? I kept it hidden on purpose. I wanted to get y'all right. I didn't want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to be just as surprised as the audience.
So I don't
Are
know.
you ready? Well, because you had to. Cedric, Benchwarmer had to approve it, so he gets to know. But if he didn't have to approve it, he wouldn't know either. So anyway, so the question is, and I asked my family this today, and the reaction that I got was hilarious. The question is it ever appropriate to take a person of the opposite sex shopping for a gift for your spouse? Let me give y'all a preface. Okay, so we were watching this show. I'm not gonna say what show it was. And we were watching this show, and this guy wanted to get a gift for his wife, and he had this assistant, and the assistant so graciously volunteered to help him pick out this gift for his wife. So he takes the assistant, and they go shopping for this gift. Well, homegirl decides she gonna put the gift on and take a picture of it and send a text to the man, letting him know how it looks on her before he gives it to the wife. So he gives it to the wife, and the wife is like, this is some gaudy stuff. This ain't even my taste. She didn't say that, but you can see the look on her face that was just not something that she would normally buy anyway. So you know what show it was. And I was like, oh, he is in trouble. The fact that she took a picture. So anyway, so I'm asking you guys, and I'm gonna give you my perspective as a woman, but I'm putting it from both perspectives. Would you want your spouse to have someone of the opposite sex go shopping with them to choose a gift for you?
Oh, heck to the no.
You're on.
No, well, I found out early in my marriage.
Don't do it.
I don't even buy for my wife. I'm so smart. This is what I do. Baby, how much you need?
Oh, you got that gift card?
There you go.
Don't put it in
I know. Hey, that is the only thing.
It's thinking that I don't want to get in trouble.
okay.
Why you don't know her taste though?
Ooh,
That's the question. Why don't you know
that's
her
another-
taste?
Well,
That's
I'm
another,
just
that's a
saying,
bad, that's,
I
You
thought I
love
did.
her. Why don't you know her
Well,
taste?
well, I know one taste that she likes.
Oh, Lord.
That's a flop.
Yeah.
Lord. Wait.
TV.
PG.
yeah.
Other than me, but I know the type of flower she likes. My wife loves it. There's a certain type that I like for her.
Get you a dozen roses and
No,
far too much.
actually, she likes roses, but it's not roses.
How long y'all been married?
Matter of fact, coming New Year's Day, it'll be 7 years.
Okay, you still got time to learn.
I don't want to learn that.
You better.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's not watching it, is she?
We talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's one thing I do know. Yeah, I walk in with the flowers. I walk in with a card. Matter of fact, happy birthday to my wife because past Tuesday was her birthday.
Oh, I'm
Happy
saying-
birthday!
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
But I know to walk in with flowers and cards.
Mhm.
With some money.
Virgo's rule, just so y'all
Baby,
know.
here you go. Hey, as long as it's at least $200, she's fine.
Okay, so is that?
You hear that, Benchwarmer? As long as it's $200, she's fine.
I very, very, very seldom follow family into what they doing.
I'm a bad body work. I always roll my own 25.
But you know,
Always roll on.
actually, my wife is not an expensive person. I be trying to get her back, baby, I want to buy this. No, I don't want that. I say, okay.
Well, so
Real
let
happy for you.
me put a twist on this right here.
Benchwarmer.
What if you go and try to get your wife something, and let's say you go to a Victoria's Secret. Is it okay to have somebody try it on?
Boy, I'll knock you out.
Well,
If you want a fat lip.
But you wouldn't know.
Make sure her size is close to your wife's size.
Yeah.
Not get something you want somebody else.
Yeah.
You want to see them in.
If the size right there, you're like, well, can you? Or what if you go and ask the attendant, can you help me pick out something for myself?
But that's different. You asking the attendants because that's their job to do that. It's not another woman, not your assistant or your home girl or nothing like that. It's the person that works in the store. Of course, you're gonna ask the person in the store. That's their job.
All right. What if it's your homeboy?
Why would you go shopping with
I
your
got all
homeboy?
y'all.
First of all, why would you go shopping with your homeboy for your wife's gift? That's
No.
kind
He's
of
saying,
weird.
what if your homeboy go? If my homeboy go shopping with my wife for me?
No, that ain't what he said. He said, what if you go shopping with your homeboy to buy your wife's gift?
What if y'all just hang?
That's
No. What if y'all just hang and say, hey man, I need to go pick up my wife something real quick.
You know what? If I go shopping,
You don't have your homeboy pick out something for
No.
your wife. You don't know your wife.
I just said, hey, I need to go pick out some wife.
You don't need nobody to go shopping with you to go buy a gift for your wife.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, what if you was out with your boy and y'all,
Hey, Jay.
y'all go play golf and after the golf game, y'all ride home together. Hey, I need to go drop.
See, that's what I'm saying. And let me go shopping for my wife. I want to buy her some golf equipment. But if she can't use it,
Wait.
buy some new shoes.
If y'all don't know, the question is it appropriate to go shopping with someone of the opposite sex to buy a gift for your spouse? Martez, what's up, substitute?
Repeat that question again.
Is it appropriate to go shopping with a person of the opposite sex to purchase a gift for your spouse?
Me personally, I'm okay with it.
Is it ever appropriate?
Yes, it is, in my opinion, especially if it's with one of my best friends. Because nobody knows me better than my best friends do. I've known my best friends more than I know my wife.
Of the opposite sex?
That's okay. My wife currently is business partners with one of my best friends. They go off to business events and stuff without me all the time.
A guy?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't get caught up. I'm not the jealous type. I'm not built that way. I never have been. And if there's ever a situation where I need to be worried about something, then clearly she's done something wrong. But I give her full trust. And they go out and they want to find me something, and he knows me better than she does to an extent. That's fine with me. And, you know, I don't know how she would feel about that. If it was her best friend with me, it'd probably be completely different because women are a lot worse than we are. But with me, I don't care. You know, it's for me, fine. You know, they do things without me all the time. It's okay. I'm not that guy. Maybe something's wrong with me, but I'm not.
Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now we get to just step right here.
Huh? I'm just saying
Hey,
I'm at a loss. That's wonderful. You say they go all the time without you?
Yeah, they have the avocado spice and blossom business.
Oh, they do the business. Okay,
Right.
that's different.
Yeah, they have to go, you know, sell and earn.
But they're not doing stuff for you. They're doing stuff for the
They are
business.
because that's money that's going to be.
What I mean as far as buying, I'm saying as far as buying a gift for you, they're buying stuff for the business to bring money into your
But
household.
even if they did, I wouldn't be bothered by it.
wait a minute, you say they tried on. Don't come back in my house with no.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
And that's years and years
Oh my goodness.
of trust.
That's a long
You
line.
guys have been married for how long?
Almost 19 years.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all past that stage.
This is what happens if y'all.
Okay, so Deanna
They
says,
married, huh?
Deanna says, I think she means like a coworker, a woman or male that doesn't know you stuff. And then she's right. That's what I mean. Cause like when my birthday was being celebrated, my friend got with Cedric and they started planning and so on and so forth. To me, that's okay because I know that she's not gonna try to be, you know, doing them with it. But I'm talking about somebody that your wife is not particularly
Or just don't know.
you're not particularly familiar with her male friend or somebody like that that goes out. And I'm telling you, this woman, you see the show, she got ulterior motives. You know,
See, that makes a
so,
difference.
and
when you
it does
explain
make a
it that
difference.
way.
That's why I say, is it ever appropriate? It could be appropriate if it's your best friend. But for somebody that is not the same friend or a friend of both you and your spouse, there's a difference there. You know, so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be picking out no gifts for my
I'll put out a scenario like this. It still doesn't bother me from this standpoint. Okay, my wife's working with a guy. Let's say he smells good, like I complimented you a moment ago. And she wants to know his type of cologne and things of that nature. and where he got it. And then he was like, hey, you know, we'll take lunch and we'll go to the place and we'll get it for your husband. And they go do it. I'm going
No
with
big
that.
deal. Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Shelly, I let him compliment you on your person.
You did. So Deanna says,
I'm right here looking.
Yes,
You right here looking.
You know.
I saw how you cut your eyes.
No,
man. Come on, man. Be real, man. Come on.
I love when me and compliment my wife.
Yeah,
I love it when it because that means I got to text.
I know him already.
Your eyes are pretty.
Oh Lord, have mercy. You family. Anyway, so Deandra says, I'm cool if it's my bestie, but if it's a no penny wearing heifer at the job,
Ooh.
that's a no, not a negative, bro.
Well, how we know that? Let's go find out.
I'm with you, Deandra. Hey,
Why do we have to go
How do you find out that I don't know?
Go.
How do you find out
There's
that
a whole
no
bunch of children come to church without a penny hole.
But how do you know?
She said no penny, not pantyhose. No penny.
What church you go to?
How you know?
Yeah, you can tell this woman has some penny hole on her.
Well, you been studying too hard.
But that's easy.
Well,
But how would
but
you know
the
if she
question
had
is
no
it
penny
ever, and so Martez, you answered it correctly. Question, you said
But
it
what if
right.
she's no penny wearing heifer?
That's what she
That's
said.
what I'm saying. I'm with Deandra.
But how do you
Ain't
know
no-
she's a no penny
He
heifer?
don't care if she got panties on
Look,
her
no.
head, her body, or whatever.
No.
It's a no.
But how do you
I
know?
wish you would. You better not.
Hey,
Oh, I know.
Ever, never,
Check
ever.
to see if she got panties
Ever,
and I
never.
won't.
Ever, never.
So I'm gonna check to see if she
Never,
got
ever,
panties
ever.
and I won't. If she
Ever,
got
ever.
panties, I'm going. We going to go.
Never, ever in your life.
We gotta hear from the professor.
But I gotta check to see if she got panties first.
You're
I'm not
right.
finished.
You're
From
right.
a female perspective, you answered already. Martez, you answered
Yes, I
already.
did.
You answered already, Benchwarmer. So here's the female side of the answer.
The
before
female
we
side
get
is
to
very
it.
important.
Yes, it is. Thank you. It's a no.
We do that already.
No, period, nada.
What if she fully clothed?
Look
Head
here.
to toe.
Right.
She
Let
got
me tell you something.
She got an Eskimo.
If you don't know me by now, there's a song by Simply Red and who sung it before them? If you don't know me by now, you will
That's
never,
bad.
ever know me. And you better not
That's
never,
bad.
ever in your life go shopping with another woman, ever, whether it's for me or for anybody else.
But I'm trying to
Ever,
figure out
never.
how you know.
If she got
Yeah, no,
no
other
exactly. So
Can we get off of the no? We moving on.
Miss Turner, you need to clarify
Keep
that.
moving on.
I need to.
How do you know?
That's all I ask. She got
How
a
I
panties.
know when a lady don't have pantyhose on, it's easy to see when she has a dress on.
But the
Anyway,
But I'm
my
trying to.
point of the matter is,
You
from
probably
my
not saying that no
perspective,
panties on.
I don't want any other woman picking out a gift for me when my husband should know me well enough to pick out a gift for me for himself. I don't take, let me finish. See, can you? Okay, so Deandra says, I'm just saying, I got a good thing, and if I worked with him and I was single, I definitely try to mingle in good with certain good things. I don't understand that.
Good with,
Uh-oh.
I don't understand.
Okay, no arguments on the air.
But my thing is this is my point. I think each spouse should know the other spouse well enough to where they don't have to have someone else going out shopping to get a gift for their spouse. My husband should know me well enough to know, what I like and what I don't like. And if he don't, then he need to do like preach over here and just give me some money and let me go shop for myself, which is no problem for me. I don't have a problem either way.
With panties on or with no panties on?
well,
Cedric has done it either way. He'll ask me what I want, and I'll say, I'll tell him what I like or whatever, and he'll go get it, or he'll just give me the money and I'll go get it myself. It doesn't matter to me either way, but it does matter to me if you go with somebody else to get a gift.
cause that means you setting up time, days.
Yeah, it's
Who
intimate.
riding with who, and.
I'm sorry, that is intimate to go shopping with another person. It really is. And then you going shopping, that is intimate. That it could be, you sharing your deepest thoughts and so on and so forth.
So you mean to tell me,
You making time and days and scheduling time. Then what you gonna tell your wife? You gonna call me and tell me I'm going shopping for your gift, and then you gonna pick up another woman and go do it?
It's called a surprise.
Yeah, you would never know.
So the bitch woman can't go to the market with another lady
No,
and go to the spa, get
No.
a feed, and nails done, and she goes,
you still gotta take it way out there. You gotta take it way
But
out
she got a panties.
anyway. And DeAndre agrees with me, it is a form of intimacy. It is, it can be.
Yeah,
Because look at what
I'm not
you're
through
doing. You're
with your
setting up
last two
time
statements.
and opportunity to go somewhere with
Martez.
someone that is not your spouse.
Martez.
Spouse.
It doesn't matter. You don't know
You see
the
what I
ulterior
have
motives
confessed
of
again?
that other person. You don't know the ulterior motives of that other person. And you watch the show, you know that woman has
But what
ulterior
there's
motives.
no ulterior motives?
It
But
goes
no one
back
has
to
You
the-
don't know that.
It goes back to the
You
trust
don't know
factor.
that. It
I
does.
trust my spouse.
So
But you don't know the other person. I trust my spouse, I don't trust the other person.
Her motives doesn't matter
Yes,
if
it
I don't have
does.
motives
Yes, it
myself.
does.
What if I
It
go with your
does.
mother?
Because it goes back to what Lewis always said, the appearance of evil.
So what if I go with your mother to go get you a gift? What's her ulterior motive?
Cedric Lyons.
Family.
Don't make me call out your middle name on the show.
Because look at this scenario.
Benchwarmer,
Women
EU.
with their girlfriend,
All right.
they chit chat about all this stuff. Oh, I saw this at the mall, saw this, blah, blah, blah. You trying to get something special for your wife.
Inappropriate.
Hey,
Inappropriate.
what is she?
All right.
So let me
No,
see.
he has a lot to
Let me
say.
ask you one question. Let me ask you one
He
question.
got some feedback.
So in your opinion,
Mhm.
unless they're family, every other woman that you go has an ulterior motive.
I didn't say every other woman, but
Then-
I think
then
it's
But
inappropriate.
where did we
I'm just telling you no, so you know. So if y'all see anyone and he's sitting out shopping with another woman, y'all better let me know. Because he ain't gonna make it.
all of
He gonna
us?
make it to the ID channel. That's what he gonna make
I
it
got a
to.
plan.
I won't be telling them. Man, cold.
Man code, that's code. What about the woman code?
You my car.
You and me, I'm
You just pull me to the side.
No.
Hey, Professor.
You finished, Benchwarmer? You really finished? Oh, God.
Because you told me, it's done deal.
Yeah, point blank. Like your dad says, end the story. End the story.
Don't bring that
All right.
End the story.
So basically,
Pointers.
with me, I would have to ask myself a question to answer that question. And the question that comes to my mind is this really healthy?
Is it healthy?
Is it
Is it
healthy?
healthy?
Is it really healthy? Because I'm a real, when it comes to 1 Thessalonians 5:22, and she just said it, to avoid the appearance of all evil, that verse is meant any kind of appearance of evil in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was with this couple and Martez said, I'm gonna use the restroom, and I'm left with his wife, Deandra, which we're good friends anyway, and we're walking down the mall and she's laughing and I'm laughing too while he's in the restroom, and somebody from my job come up to me and say,
Who this woman, Harpo?
But that's the
Who this woman?
That's a person.
Let me finish.
Let it finish. Stop interrupting.
The thing is, that person don't know Deandra the way I do, so it's come across to that person for the appearance of evil. Because that person knows I'm married to Canetta.
Right.
So if
she's watching. Hey, Canetta.
no, she's at work, she can't watch.
I saw her name pop up, but anyway, go ahead.
No, you don't know, do you?
See, her name popped up.
That's next week.
She's supposed to be at work, Louis.
Hey.
Yeah, I think she's still at
She's
work.
watching the show.
She's going to get you a gift.
She said, I'm listening. She just posted.
What she say?
She said, I'm listening.
You
See,
That's all right. That's all right.
That's cool, but
We're glad you're listening. We love you.
but my thing is, going back to me and Deandra, he's in the restroom, someone from my job comes to see me and her, and the first thing about is, also, you should be on Canetta, who is this next to you that's smiling? Right.
And laughing and going
They don't
on.
know the content of our friendship.
Right.
And that's where the difference come in at. But the Bible says, avoid the appearance of all evil. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's like we messy.
Well, that's just like,
I wasn't trying to be messy. I just saw your name pop up.
The preacher over there keeps getting this stuff off.
no, really, I have a young mother to me, and she followed me on Facebook, and I do a lot of political consultants with other candidates.
Same your money.
And she noticed I was taking a lot of pictures with ladies that was running for office, and these are more like the slate that I was pushing, right? And she called me one night and she said, that's what she said, son, it does not, she went straight to the point, it does not look good, you are all in pictures on Facebook with those ladies. So you know what I did? I just stopped posting the pictures.
Mama, did you hear that? Mama, did you hear that?
Show this about with my wife.
Still taking the
That's
pictures.
with my wife, and my wife is a very secure. When y'all get a chance to meet my wife, you understand why I go home. One of the reasons why I go home every. I don't have an ugly wife. I have a beautiful inner being, very much. So in other words, she's not insecure because she know I'm more outgoing than she is. My wife is quiet.
I don't think this has to do with insecurity though.
But if
It's what you said and what Louis said. It's the viewing and the looking that is inappropriate.
Right.
But see, once again, why are we worried about what other people think? But see, I don't care.
Well, I, in a sense, I do, because number one, I don't have time for foolishness and negativity.
And see, you're a pastor, so
You know,
really
so I quickly introduce. If my wife see me sitting there talking to another lady, and she walk around the corner and stuff, I would quickly, this is my wife, maybe this is so-and-so, you know, so it will hurry up, make sure no flames start, you know.
But I think it's fair, when they say
And they do have undercoat on my home.
right, we'll find it out later.
Hopefully you
My thing is right here, when they talk about the appearance of, man, that's a loose translation, because
You would say that.
it is, because
You really would
because
say
you
that.
can walk down the street with your sister and nobody knows she's your sister, and somebody may know you with somebody, they gonna think, oh my God, what are you doing? So now I can't walk down the street with my sister, or you can't walk in the mall with your friend, and your best friend is in the bathroom. If you do it that way, that translation is so loose that you can't do anything, because everybody's gonna make it seem like you're doing something. They gonna always think, no, but you're not doing anything. But they gonna always make it look like you doing something going on.
You and your sister famous
continue
though.
what you were saying, because we got off track. We getting off track. I wanna hear what Louis has to mention, say.
Well, basically that, and then to touch on what substitute was alluded to. I'm a big fan of all weddings are similar, but every marriage is different. What works for him and his wife, that's
Right.
him and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, I guarantee you, if Martez does something that could be deemed as wrong to his wife, God's gonna convict his heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what may be wrong to me may not be wrong to him, vice versa, but you know what's wrong when God convicts you of it. When God convicts you of something, you stop doing it.
Right.
But God may not convict his heart, and that's okay, because I'm pretty sure before they married, they dated, they had talks about what they don't like and what they do like, yada, yada, yada. So, to piggyback what he's saying, what works for him and his wife, that's him and his wife. Same thing with me and Connect, same thing with you and Cedric, same thing with you and your wife.
Mm-hmm.
All marriages are different in their own way,
Right.
but the common denominator is your relationship with God.
Right.
Yes.
So with that being said, when someone say, and I can say this myself, you know, I really don't care what other people think, but I have to care if I'm going to be a Christian, because I don't want my witness to be affected.
Right.
That's what I'm saying right there. Exactly. You know, you don't want as the Bible says, you don't want your good to be spoken evil of.
Yeah.
So, you know, my wife tell me too, also, if I do something wrong that I don't have any business doing, eventually it's gonna come up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's the reason why I make sure.
And Deanna said, I think people read way too much into things that are truly innocent. Therein lies the insecurities and wayward thinking. Trust until it's broken would be the only reason to doubt your spouse's intentions. And that's a big one right there.
Now go to the point of the question. I know for a fact, if I have another female, well, it's Canella's best friend or someone she don't know, if she find out that I gotta give by way of through another female, she'd be upset.
Yeah.
She'd be terribly upset at me, because
and it's not about the other woman, it's about you should know me better. You should know me enough to not have to get another woman's opinion about me. That's like
what's
me
called
asking,
intimacy, what you
Yeah.
that's a part of it.
that's like me asking another man about sex. Okay, sex is important to men. That's like me Let me finish what I'm saying. That's like me asking another man about how he does things in bed versus how my husband does things in bed. I should know my husband well enough to know what he likes in bed, how he likes it, etc., without having to go and ask another man that stuff. I'm just taking it there because it has to be real to y'all. Y'all are not seeing the reality of it because it's just out going to buy a gift. It's intimacy when you make time and a place, an opportunity to go out there and be with someone else, to go and buy something that should be intimate between you and your wife. If you're going to go buy me some unmentionables, you should not be going out with another woman to buy me some Victoria's Secret.
Well, what if y'all just having dinner and
effort to do something special for my
Yeah.
well, what if y'all just having dinner and decide to go
You
do
should
something?
not be doing that with someone else. That's just my opinion.
So
and,
what-
and I go back to also what Lewis said, the appearance of evil, and just making sure that your witness is not messed up by what you're doing out there. And then back to what DeAndre's saying, if there's a trust that's been broken and violated, that's definitely a no-no.
Well-
Because that trust has been broken. You can't necessarily, that's where insecurities come in. When you've broken that trust in the past because of something to this effect, it could be a trigger and turn your marriage on its heels. You know, so you just don't want to do stuff
Well,
like that.
I'm just saying, I might take your gift back.
Boy, I'm gonna knock you out. He want a whooping. Y'all know my birthday is next week. He's playing with me now.
We got
About to get it.
You said-
Virgo's in the house. Virgo's in the house.
I'm a Libra.
Oh, well, Libra's all right. You know, you right. You all right.
I'm a Gemini.
But them Leos, I don't know. My brother's a Leo and my son's a Leo. I don't know.
Gemini. Most Geminis I know are in prison.
Huh? What?
That's a Gemini right over there. That's a crazy man over there, for real.
I just got out when you met me, so.
So Lewis, any more?
No, that's it.
I love
Well
that.
said.
Oh, DeAndre said, right, Shelley, that's why it's considered a form of intimacy. Spouses should know the ins and outs of each other.
DeAndre,
I agree.
go back 5 statements.
Just pass your bad time.
Oh,
Go to sleep.
that's cool.
Oh, there goes
I
that dinner
like
for the
that.
night.
I like that. So,
All right.
yeah, that was a good question.
That was a good question. All right, that is entertainment for the day. I think I got the music working.
That wasn't finished. I wasn't finished.
Oh, you wanted to get on the police woman thing?
Huh?
You wanted to talk about the police woman?
No,
Shooting?
that's over here.
Oh,
That's
good.
Preach. Preach has something to talk about with that.
Oh, you got 7, 8
Well, you
minutes.
wanna try his music, cause he been working
We'll
on
go ahead
that
and try
since
your
the
music. Just
beginning
make
of
sure
the
it's somebody local.
Let me make sure I can play
Local
music.
artist.
Hey, this is something. It's local. I think I got it working now.
There you go.
show. But you gotta remember how you hooked it up, and you gotta check the stuff back down in an hour. Just make sure. Okay, there we go.
I like that.
All right.
We end up playing on the
Everybody's microphone.
I like that though.
But they end up playing on the
Because
I like that.
Facebook will turn it off. It'll mute it if it's another song. That song is by Ace.
I swear I didn't do it. If I did, then I didn't do it on purpose. I'm just trying to elevate.
That's why we got the music working fine.
Before I take a big risk, I take a second to see who's worth it. You ain't talking about no ends, saying your friend just making me nervous. If you're ready to pretend, I mean, with the squad, you gon' get worth it. That's why you're worth it. You got no purpose. I be jumping over these hurdles. You know, I'm coming back. Tell me what the word is. Only love for your birthday. If you're working on this work, then I know where my freak or a bird is. And I promise you, I'm with the switch. Don't stop till all of my niggas reach. Waiting on the government. We are the blacks.
That's my son, y'all. That is my son. His name is Ace. Elevate.
I know you see me working. Why are you trying to help me, man? Instead of doing everything to hurt me. You don't deserve me. And I don't deserve to be feeling low in the dirt. I can go to the curb. Go to the bed of my work. Going on work. Go to bed to go keep my grind on. Ride on. I need a Jesus. Let me get my grind on.
All right.
Let's talk about fantasy.
We need to talk about that. Everybody injured on my team. You got the one that's the money, everybody's injured. The one that's not the money, everybody. I scored 162 points. I was lit up for it. I said,
They don't wanna see me win, no. And everybody playing in the city.
Yeah, they did, man.
Without the sleep, I
Oh, no,
We meditated on elevating.
Did you see when it came down?
I've been waiting.
Oh,
You come down 5 days.
wow.
Alright, I don't know where the water.
That's crazy.
It could be coming from way over some other side of the building. They got water as well, man.
It's always been hot.
All right. That was Ace. It was Choir Boy with Elevate. New music. We're gonna try to do some new music every once in a while when we come in here. We're trying to look to bring in new artists to come in and dig on our entertainment segment as we keep it moving. This has been 41 Sports Talk Radio, ForumRadioNetwork.com. We're at the Brick House Lounge. Next week, you guys got to come on out and check us out live. But we'll start doing a lot of promotion for that coming soon. Well, actually now or tomorrow, something like that. One more part of the entertainment segment is Preacher. What you got, sir?
Well,
Right.
there we go.
Say it again.
Okay. In our local news, we are dealing with the police shooting of the young man that was fatally shot in his own apartment by a police officer. This case has so much hole in it. It's like that cheese with all the holes in it.
Right. The Swiss cheese.
Yeah, the Swiss cheese. It has so much hole in it before you go to trial. And the one thing I'm afraid of that this trial will not remain in Dallas County.
Yeah.
It goes common.
Yeah.
The question is, can it get and we're just speculating. Let's just put that out there. We're speculating. The question is, can it get a true trial if it is in Dallas? And the reason why I ask that is because it's so many speculations out there. So many people are creating their own opinions about what may or may not have happened. That are you going to be able to find a jury without an opinion in Dallas?
I believe you can. I believe because this is not the first type of trial that ever came to Dallas County. So I believe it can be a biased trial. Hopefully, because it don't need to leave Dallas. It needs to stay right here. The one thing I didn't like is they allowed the officer to leave Dallas County and turn herself in Kaufman County.
Well, that's protocol.
Well, I mean, but
you could be able to do that. You could do that.
but could you do it?
Yeah, if you knew the law, you could. If they're telling you to turn yourself in, if you know the law, you can turn yourself in any county. She did that because she gets in and out.
And it was also stated that it's part of the procedure. They have up to, I think, 28 and 72 hours to question her. And the story have changed at least 3 different times. Well, since the incident. And I asked the question, where is the 911 tank?
Well, I want to say this right here. Number one, the actual story that we originally heard changed. And the reason why it changed is because we were getting that story off internet news. We was getting off of Facebook news. The actual story that came out is what if DPS put something out there or Texas Rangers put something out there, which they never put anything out there. The original affidavit that was put out there, that's the story. So the changing of it was changed 12 different times before we actually got the real story, because no one knew the real story. Everybody was speculating on what they think may have happened. So we need to understand that what we were hearing before the actual affidavit came out of the arrest warrant, Before we heard that, we really didn't know anything. All we was doing was speculating on what may have happened.
It had to be some truth there because she was charged.
Well, not saying it wasn't any truth there.
It had to be some truth there because Chief Hall, when she made her first press conference, she announced that she is asking for an arrest warrant.
Right. I'm not saying there's no truth there.
So it had to be some type of truth there.
But you say you make a good point. Some type of truth.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if we don't wait till everything gets out, I mean, shoot, the only story you heard is the only actual story you actually heard was the story of the woman. Now that's got so many holes and it's not even funny. I agree with that. Because it just doesn't look right, and we can speculate off of looking at that after an arrest warrant. Okay, something's fishy and something's wrong with this. But until they do the investigations, and one of the things I'm saying is stop putting your thoughts out there, because why you put your thoughts out there, their defense team is going to look at that and say, oh, you know what, that could be the case. Let's poke holes in that.
I doubt if their defense case would do that. But anyway, now when the witness said, I heard somebody banking on it. Now we can hear all day long on the other side of that wall. And speculate, they said they heard somebody banging on the door, said, open the door, open the blank door.
Right.
Okay, so when the Texas Rangers got involved, they asked one particular question: did you see who it was? And the witness said, no, I didn't, but I heard. But now when you hear something, you're speculating.
You speculate.
They wanted the
physical thing.
Right. So now here all of a sudden the door was cracked, or the door was ajar.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden. Now wait a minute, which one is it? Did you go in the wrong apartment, or was you hearing a burglary taking place? You see, so and we would never know until
they start doing some serious investigation.
Right, and I think they really do know. But they're not letting it out.
Well, it takes time to investigate a crime scene. You don't just know in 2 days. You don't. I mean, there's so many murders out there that you don't just learn this stuff in 2 days and say, here's what happened. Mm-hmm. No, it's not going to happen overnight. You have because if you rush the process, let's say you rush the process, you're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna rush somebody get put in prison for life, or you're gonna rush somebody getting put in prison and they don't need to be put in prison. How many times we got these cases where people are going to prison for something they did, a crime they didn't do, because they didn't do their due diligence.
History, man.
But what I'm saying is somebody didn't do their due diligence in this crime scene. You don't want them to rush the crime scene so you can find out information. You want them to have their facts straight.
Well, I think what the public is concerned about is this another officer that's gonna get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
I think that's what because the Box Spring police officer got 15 years. And more likely, he's not going to do no more than 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
But those that are looking at my Facebook, when I made that 7-year statement, that's what I meant by that. Yeah, I know they sent him for 15.
Right.
But he's not going to probably do half of that.
Right.
You know, true enough, he cannot get another peace officer job in the United States.
Right.
He's done in the state of Texas.
Right.
Even with her, she's done in the state of Texas, and as maybe as a peace officer career period, because once you
Did they fire her?
No, but if she's found guilty, just like Oliver was found guilty, you can that's a felony. You cannot be a peace officer any longer.
Well, see, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying to answer that question. Yes, we want answers, but I don't want the wrong answers. I don't want you to rush the process so I can have an answer. I want you to do your due diligence so we can have the proper answer. Yeah, that's been our history about getting put in jail for a crime we didn't commit. You know, I understand that, but that don't mean we're gonna put somebody else in jail for something that does not necessarily need to be put in jail for. And I'm not saying this lady is guilty or innocent, because what happens to innocent until proven guilty? I mean, all I'm saying is I want the process to be done thoroughly.
Well, we know she shot.
Yes, because she do because
that part she did.
But it's 2-3 things you can be. It can be murder. It could be voluntary manslaughter or it could be involuntary manslaughter. But you have to find out what it is. You cannot rush that process. And so if you rush the process and it winds, let's say you rush the process and it winds up being involuntary manslaughter because we rushed the process because we wanted something. Involuntary manslaughter can get you a slap on the wrist. It can get you, it's not going to get you a guaranteed life.
Can get you a slap on the
Yeah.
wrist.
But
And as we can see with Roy Oliver, murder can get you a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. So but what I'm saying is allow the process to take place. Because if you start throwing your speculations out there, I promise you, their defense team is looking at all. Her defense team is looking to say, okay, let's see, because they made up that whole thing. So in my speculation, I think they made up the whole thing about the door was ajar, whatever, in my speculation. But I wasn't there. So I don't know if it was true or not. But I'm not going to put out what I think, oh, well, they could have done it, they could have done that, and why is this, why is that? Because the questions I asked, the questions their defense team, let's say I put that on social media, these are the questions I'm asking. I got these questions here. Well, first of all, I'm not part of the case at all. But let's say I ask these
we
questions.
still have questions.
Yeah.
The public has the right to ask questions.
But let's say I ask those questions. Let's say I ask those questions, and their defense team didn't think about that question. Guess what? Her defense team is gonna do? Okay, wait, let's go prep you again, so you can answer the question that they just asked properly. Because it's two sides of the story. It's two sides going on.
And unfortunately, the second side can't defend himself because he's dead.
Right.
And I understand it.
You're talking about due process, right? Now, as a trained peace officer, they are taught to identify their target before they shoot.
And then what's so crazy is they're saying that she was off duty, but then they're saying that she was an armed officer. Which is it?
Well,
Were
technically,
you off duty or were you on duty? Let me tell you
girl,
something. From my job, if I'm wearing my badge and my uniform, when I leave the job, I'm still on duty.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna still identify me as working on that job.
That's true.
So you weren't off duty, and then when you calling down orders as if you're on the job, guess what? You still on the job.
Yeah.
So they said off duty because they want to limit their exposure to liability.
Can I show you something else with this too? And this happened to me years ago. I had an incident with an off-duty police officer. You know what he did? And he identified himself to me as a police officer, but he was off duty.
Mm-hmm.
He contained me until an officer, an on-duty squad car got
But
there.
that's what they're saying she should have done, that she should have
Exactly.
called for backup. If she was off duty and she felt like there was a crime being committed, she should have called for backup instead of ordering him to stay whatever. He in his house.
Hold on 1 second. We got okay.
I guess my thing is this. There's an attorney on there that helped with the case with Roy Oliver, and he said this, and I thought that it was very important.
Right.
He said that after 15 hours of work, I have never come home and went to the wrong place and put my key in the lock and so on and so forth. He said, I have worked off of 3 hours of sleep and made it to my own house and did not go to the wrong place. And then what else is important is that if she's working at the downtown place off of Lemon,
Right across
those
the street.
apartments are right across the street.
Right.
I don't think I'm saying.
I'm like,
She didn't go to the wrong building.
No, the only thing
exactly, you found your way to the right building.
Yeah, only thing I'm saying is for here, okay? I don't, it just.
And then there's rumors out there that she knew it.
But
That they was dating,
but
we
that's-
had to investigate that.
But that's not the count, it's what you call.
And it didn't change the hours. She was 12 hours working one minute, and the next minute she's 15 hours. Make up your mind.
You're making my point.
It's too many
But
inconsistencies.
you're making my point.
That was on the TV though.
Hold on, listen.
When they first broke the story on TV, they said 12 hours,
you're
and
making-
then they came back and said 15 hours.
But you're making my point. It's too many things that's out there that nobody knows the truth of. And we're speculating on each one of them that comes in and say, well, it's not what you said the first time, and it's not them that said it.
Deandra said she caused conspiracy and assassination.
The DPS, Dallas Police Department is not saying it. Texas Rangers are not
They
saying
not
it.
gonna say it.
Let me finish. Only people that are saying what may or may not have happened are people that don't even know. And that's what's so crazy about it. That's the only people that are saying what may or may not happen in that situation are people that don't know. That was not there, because there wasn't even witnesses there.
Let me show you.
There were witnesses. There were witnesses. They had video.
We don't know that
They
yet.
had
The
video
DA,
and
the DA, her
We
people
can't
said
say
this
there
stupid.
was no witnesses, we can't say say they were. However,
Exactly.
I could tell you right now, it most likely it was witnesses there because they're coming forth saying what they heard. You know, you didn't see what happened. The fact of the matter is, you're gonna end up going to trial because of what.
And the news said she had been charged.
If you hear something, does not make you a witness to a murder.
But wait a minute.
But there's still that have video
if
that
you wasn't on
reports
truth
her
now,
after
Yes,
she was on the phone
with the
talking to
police,
911.
back and forth. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing I've seen so far.
and see, let me
It don't mean you saw the murder.
If she, this is right across from the headquarters.
Exactly.
Down the police headquarters.
Why you
If
not
she
calling back
also,
up?
yeah, exactly.
Because you need to stay there. You need to stay at.
She can stay there, she can still call back up.
No, she called 911.
Did she really?
Here's what I'm saying. Yeah,
She called 911 before or after she shot her.
After she shot her.
Exactly.
No,
Why did you back your back foot out the door and call for backup before you shot a person who
Well,
you did
let
not know
me ask you a
whether
question.
he was innocent or
Let me answer your
committing
question.
a crime?
Let me answer your question. If you walk into your house and it's dark and you see and you know nobody's supposed to be there and you see a shadow, you know, if you're a police officer, you cannot speculate what they should or should not do. You cannot speculate that because their thought pattern is totally different than
Let me
ours.
show you one thing they're not speculating on. She's been charged.
Yeah, well, she has been charged for manslaughter. They're trying to raise it to murder.
And she's been charged. And one thing I don't like, I think I'm correct on this. She's on administrative leave with pay.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
But I'm just saying,
standard. That's
she's been
standard.
charged, and so there have to be some type of evidence there to charge her, because the DA office is not going to charge you if
Yeah,
they don't have.
because she shot him.
Yeah.
And the story that she's given in their mind, okay, may not be making sense. So we need to charge. We need to push it to charge. Now what they're trying to do is they're trying to go to the DA is trying to get enough evidence to go to the grand jury to indict her on murder charges.
I gotta go to jury duty on the 19th of this month. Pick me, please.
You know,
I would like to be on that jury.
and they're not gonna pick you. You know why?
Yeah,
Because your opinion is already out there.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
and everybody's opinion is already out there.
That's why
That's probably the advice from Dallas
that's
County.
why she moved to Dallas County.
It probably will because it's already out there. The social media has got, as a matter of fact, it's nationwide. I saw something in the New York Post.
Yeah, it's
So you
it's already
tainted.
tainted.
You gotta move into a county where the opinions are not that widespread.
where?
I mean, there's several places you
How-
can move it to.
Yeah, and I moved to
There's certain, I don't know.
Frankly,
Listen, I don't know, but I'm just saying. You can't make it in a county
Yeah.
you cannot keep it in a county where the opinions are, because it just, it's up to jury.
Well, they kept Roy Oliver in
They sure
Dallas
did.
County, so
They sure
might
did.
be
That's right.
everybody.
And guess what? Had they taken it out of it,
Because this stuff was all on social media.
no, but had they taken it out of it, out of Dallas County, and opinions had not been formulated, he probably would have got more time. Who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
don't know about that.
But you're right, you don't know, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
we don't know if they're gonna take out Dallas County.
We don't know nothing.
That's your opinion.
No, that's right. No, that's a fact. Who knows if they're gonna take it out of Dallas County?
One comment from Bo Talon. She said this is all BS coming from the police officer who shot that young man. Too bad he cannot tell what really happened.
That's what I said.
Right.
It can't be a two sides of the story. He can't tell you.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing at all. I agree with
Sounds
that.
like-
No. What you're not hearing is
Boo.
what you're not hearing me say, and
Yes.
you're moving over what I'm saying. I'm saying let's wait till all the information is put out there. Let's stop speculating on what we think, and let's wait till all the information is put out there.
Can I share with you? The same guy that went to the New York Post about information on your president, we got people here that keep leaking information. So,
that's true. All I'm saying is we need to stop speculating. We need to wait till the information comes out, and it's not gonna come out in 2 or 3 days. It takes longer than that to investigate a murder.
One comment from your very own Gwen Gibson Collins. She said manslaughter is recklessness, murder is intentional.
Right.
Yeah.
So the question, so if we think it's intentional, let's speculate on what you think she murdered him for.
Well, it's been stated that the young man used to hold Bible study or some type of religious event in the building, and she was there, had been there. Okay.
Where was that stated?
What was it?
Where was that stated?
It was stated. I'm trying to remember. Well, I don't know. My wife told me about it.
Another rumor.
Yeah, you know. No, it's not a rumor.
It's gotta be.
No,
How do you know it's fact?
I don't have the facts.
So it's a rumor.
Okay. Well,
It's
but
called a fact, it's a rumor.
okay. It's, in other words, the whole thing could be a rumor.
No, she shot him. She called 911.
Let me share this with you. The only one that knows what actually happened was the one that was there.
Yeah.
Everything else is a speculation. They can put things together.
But guess what?
And like you said,
What we do know, she shot him because she called 911 and said, I shot a man. We know that for a fact.
Why did she shoot him?
We don't know. That's where the speculation comes in.
She claimed that she didn't realize she was in the wrong apartment until she stepped in, saw the silhouette, shot the man. Then when she cut the light on, it was then
That she
realized that she was in the wrong
Why
apartment.
Was
she
this
didn't cut
lady
it off?
under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
They said,
How do you go to the wrong house?
Can I share something with you? When I was working driving for Dart, it been time when I only had a 2-hour race. And I had to go drive another route that I never, but I didn't make a mistake like that. I wasn't running over nobody.
Have you ever walked the wrong car?
Have I ever walked in the wrong car?
Uh-huh.
No.
I know I have.
I have, but
When you carry guns, you become paranoid.
You should, yeah, I think so too.
Gwen is saying is too many holes in her story, so that raises doubt and forms speculation.
I agree with that.
And she was replying back to what the statement you were making about the difference between proof and just speculation and rumors. And I have to agree with Gwen because my main hold up as an individual, as a black man, is the red carpet.
there you go.
Red is such an obvious color.
Yeah. Okay. How
I
I
saw the carpet, and I'm like, wow.
No, my speculation is, why did she cut the light on when she got out? When she opened the door, why did she cut the light on?
Why she didn't pull a flashlight out?
I mean, there's a lot of whys out there.
Yeah,
That's all be wise.
I understand that. I understand there's a lot of whys out there. As long as those whys stay there, we can why all day long. We can why until we're blue in the face.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna get anywhere whying. You're gonna get somewhere with facts and truth. And once you start bringing facts and truth, that's why you have to allow the police departments, and you have to allow the people.
Because you asked the why question.
Right. Yes, but who's gonna ask why the question?
Well,
you allow the police department to do their job. This is only 3 days in. 4 days in.
Okay, I can lose to that because now that Botham is deceased, they do have in their possession his cell phone,
Right.
and his computer.
So they're
trying to determine first if Botham and Geiger even knew each other.
Right.
In capacity.
That
Or
right
because if they did, that
Well,
changed the
whole dynamic.
whole dynamic.
That would change. And they're trying to see because if she's saying that the door was ajar, they're trying to see if he may have left the door ajar waiting for someone. That's another thing they're looking at.
Waiting for her?
No, waiting for someone, or maybe her, maybe somebody. I don't know. But because here's the deal. This is how and they're asking those questions that we're asking. It's not like we just made these questions up. I'm pretty sure that they're doing the same thing that we're doing. So I'm saying, let that take place. Let that system take place. And if we don't, if we consistently, why? Because guess what? Whatever's gonna come out, somebody's gonna be upset with the verdict.
I understand your point, and I totally agree with you. But let me ask you this question: If murder, manslaughter, if the killing occurred in Dallas County, why did you turn yourself in the coffin?
There you go.
I'm getting the answer. Because number one, Kaufman County is a sort of process from Dallas County.
Get away from the media.
And once you and the two, get away from the media. And three, once you turn yourself in for a murder charge or a manslaughter charge, more than likely they're gonna in Dallas County, they're gonna send you to the population. You're a police officer that have arrested people, and you go into the population. And your mind, I need to protect myself because I might not get out of there. I don't mind that. I don't mind you going to Kaufman County and doing that right there. Heck, her bond was $300,000.
I don't mind
And she
doing
was
that.
out within an hour.
And probably would have been higher.
And was whisked away by several cars.
Her mom was set here in Dallas County. It was set here, but.
Okay, so DeAndre has a comment. She says this whole media mishap and miscommunication, whatever. It's another black man was murdered and we'll never know why. Someone assigned her a job and she's being burned at the stake as she should. Benchwarmer. Comments?
Give a drink of water.
Yeah, he had to get sweet.
No, I'm not going to be ready to. I want the same justice that I would want to get. I want because I have a friend of mine.
You're not gonna get it.
No. I have a friend. No. Listen. This is me, okay? This is me, and you may not like it, but this is what it is. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what happened. I want to hear the truth. And if I can't hear the truth, I'm going to have a problem. And the truth is whatever. And the truth is basically what you can believe, what you can prove, whatever. Because we may not necessarily ever hear the truth because he has passed away. And I don't want to use the word dead. I'm going to say he passed away. You know,
he was shot dead.
No.
Immediately.
I know. I'm
in
saying,
the heart.
I'm saying I don't want to use those words.
You know,
y'all not listening to me.
Right.
Y'all not even listening to me.
Let him
Y'all
finish.
not listening to me.
Let him finish.
The point I'm trying to make is this right here. If we want equality for all, we want equality for all. If you're innocent until proven guilty, then if we want that for ourselves, we need to want that for everybody else. We can't sit around and say, okay, well, and she did. She said, yep, I shot him. He's gone. So that's what we know. She shot him. Now the question is why? What was the motive? If there's a motive, then we got to let that process take its place, take its course. Because we found out that if you was a fly sitting on the wall and you saw exactly what she did, would you still be mad? If exactly what she said happened, would you still have the same attitude? It would change your whole attitude because exactly what she said happened.
Gwen is saying it's not going to be the same justice. If you accidentally shot someone, you would not have the option to turn yourself in.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Show me legally where it says. Show me legally where it says if you actually shot someone from you don't have the option to turn yourself in. Show me that legally. If you can show me that legally, I got you. If you're just speculating or you just think, oh, it may or may not happen, I'll show it to me legally.
I know something that's for sure. That's still whites only and black only.
See,
and that's the law.
See,
there's certain laws just for whites only.
And you're not let me tell you
what you're not doing. You're not showing it legally to me.
Well, we don't have.
No.
Okay, hold up. Canetta says she has to step out to make this comment. She got to make a comment. Come on, Canetta, what you got to say, girl?
Have she made it yet?
No.
She's making it.
Okay.
Good ain't cooking all night.
Stop. She never said you meant it. You better stop. Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. Let me ask the mister over here. So, put yourself in Amber's shoes. You just got off of work. You entered you turn the key to open the door and you realize the door was already open. You open the door and you saw a silhouette, not knowing, when you left the house, nobody was there. Mm-hmm. You walked in and you saw nothing but pitch darkness and a silhouette. And you were a police officer. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
React.
How are you gonna react?
I don't know. I can't answer that question because I'm going to react though. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to react, but I am going to react.
But
okay, so Canetta made her comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you ready? She said, had this person been a black man or a woman, there is no doubt that they would be charged with murder. And DeAndre said, right, Canetta. And that is true. Know this.
Comment section.
Come on now.
My comment.
That is the reality of the world we live in.
My comment to this right here. Okay. Sadly. Unfortunately, that is true. But I can't live my life off of, well, if we black, it would have happened. I have to live my life off of what I always believe in, is I say, I want to see the truth. I gotta live my life that way. I can't live my life off of if it's black or if it's white. I can't make my decisions or make my judgments based off of if it's black or if it's white. I gotta make my decisions based off of my judgments based off of what I believe.
So Canetta said because she's young and white, so she made a mistake. But if it had been one of ours,
Guess what?
it wouldn't have been no mistake.
Guess what? One of ours, it's happening.
Boy,
I guarantee you
You're
go back.
not gonna see the
Boy,
truth if you make the heaven. You're not gonna see the truth.
I guarantee you it's happened before. And I'm gonna see if I can pull up where a black man may have shot another black man. Remember that movie we saw that
Another black man.
No,
You talking about
no,
it
no,
was in reverse.
Remember that show we saw, Shots Fired? Remember that? And
That was a show.
That was
not reality.
You know why they pulled it? Because it was too close to the truth. And you know what they were doing in Shots Fired? In Shots Fired, they was covering up for that brother. He shot a white man. The white man was unarmed. They was covering up for him. Y'all don't think it happens? Y'all don't think y'all don't think black
And then said the black cop who shot those young boys for robbing him. Listen to this.
Hold on.
The black cop who shot those young boys for robbing him, he got charged accordingly. Sure did.
Okay.
Come on now.
Wait, the question is.
What about the black cop that chased that boy down in his car and shot him?
No.
They charged him
But
immediately.
that was not. And what they charged him with?
Murder.
And then he had to go and he had to go immediately to prison.
Murder immediately, and he went to trial, and he's been booked.
And so, okay, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Is it right? Is
She's
that,
telling the whole truth.
okay, but
Nothing
let me
but
ask
the
you
truth.
a question. Let me ask you a question. Is that right or wrong?
It's wrong.
So it's wrong for so the mistake.
If it's justice for all, it should be justice for all. Don't just give justice to white folks when they get murdered and killed. Give justice to black folks when they get murdered and killed.
So
That's what's going on with Colin.
what we're
That's
saying is
it right there with the flag.
What we're saying is
One at a time.
our black men.
All right, start with.
If a black cop would have shot a white person like she did, his bond would have been so high, he would not have seen daylight right now.
Hello.
$300,000.
Hello.
What? No.
Hello.
No, man.
One at a time. Hold on,
Hello.
one at a time. Go ahead.
You know, because I've seen where their bond was so high, it couldn't be me.
Yeah.
300,000, what is that, 30,000? Those folks in Coffee got money. Those that have land, they got land. All they had to do was go hawk off 10 acres of land and come up with the money.
Cash and
Okay,
life
go ahead,
insurance.
You
And
go
Canetta said people don't want to talk about race, but it's about race, bottom line.
Make your comment, Shelley.
She said white people get treated differently than people of color when it comes to crime. And it's
Thank
true.
you, thank you.
She's literally saying what I want to say.
Go ahead and
That's
say it.
just what I said.
You got the
If
floor,
it
go
was
ahead.
if it was in reverse, if it was a black cop that shot a white person, woman or man or whatever, and gave that excuse that, oh, I accidentally came in and there was somebody in my house and I was afraid and I thought somebody was committing a crime, so I shot him. Do you think that person would be out on bail right now and be charged with manslaughter, or would they be charged with murder immediately and booked and put under the jail? Come on now.
All right, Cedric, go ahead. You got the floor.
I am not disputing that at all.
Okay.
No, it's
I
not like
know it always sounds like it because I was coming from a different spot.
Woo!
I'm not disputing that at all. You're absolutely right. The
Okay.
question is how do you make a right or wrong? How do you make a wrong or right?
Okay, can I read?
Wait, let me finish.
No, no, it's
Yeah, let me finish.
just put that on pause.
Yeah, my question is,
Keep looking at it.
how do you make a right or wrong? Do you make a right or wrong by continuing to do wrong on both sides of the party, or saying what you did to us, I'm gonna do it to you? Or do you make a right or wrong by saying we're gonna start now and make it right? Wait, let me finish.
You got the floor.
Let me finish. If the DA and the Dallas Police Department and the police chief, which are black, so that's why it's not a black or white issue, it's a police issue, because the police will protect their own. So, because if it's a black or white issue, then our black police chief would saw murder right then and there and had her put under the jail.
She was under pressure.
Had her taken. No. Stop taking up for us when it's convenient. Now, let me finish.
Because I got to live with this. You hear me? Because I got to live with this.
Let him finish.
No, let me finish because that's what you're doing. Oh, you know she was put under pressure. She wasn't under pressure. She no, stop taking out. You know what is your proof that she put under pressure?
I got proof.
What is
Wait a minute. You thought I was joking about what I said. Let me show you something. They are not working. Her own department is not working with her. She had to call the Texas Rangers in because the head detective would not file charges, man.
Hello.
No.
Would not, yes, sir.
Hello.
I know that for a fact. He would not.
Who told you this? Who told you this?
It's not about who told me.
Then don't say that.
About what I know.
No, you don't know.
About what I know.
You can't give me no facts. You don't know that.
100% from her department.
Who told you this?
There is no thing. Let me show you something.
Why
Hey, Johnson, who's the DA?
Why
Johnson, who's the DA? You know what? She's getting a phone call from Austin right now, from Greg Abbott.
How you know she's getting a phone call right now? You here? How you know she's getting a phone call right now? You right here in the
Okay, so Kanetta and DeAndre made some comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Kanetta said Dylan Cruz got a burger, fries, and a drink after murdering a church full of room full of church folks. DeAndre said, bottom line, another murder at the hands of whom is supposed to serve and protect. What do we do with these bizarre details? Nothing. His life means nothing in the eyes of the justice system. We'll see how this goes. And then Kanetta came back and said, name all the black people who have died selling CDs, selling cigarettes, playing with a toy gun at Walmart, 12-year-olds getting shot playing with a toy gun, etc. Freaking etc. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
Wait.
And DeAndre said our police chief's authority was taken right out from under
Yes,
her.
you're right.
And my question,
I'm telling you.
Let me share this with you. Van Johnson really wanted out of Dallas County because she's up in November to be reelected as a Republican. A lot of our people don't know she's a Republican. She was appointed by Greg Abbott to be in that office. So in other words, she don't play her own tune. She got to dance to their tune.
Yeah, and DeAndre said when she made her public statement, it was a freaking bow down.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this right here. All right?
Telling you.
I'm gonna say this right here. Everything you guys are saying may or may not be true.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm saying may or may
That's not true.
I'm gonna say may or may not be true.
You said
Because
may or
may or may not be
What
true.
may not be true?
Everything you're saying, because everything you're saying is
Bow.
there's it's almost like this right here. It's almost like this right here. It's almost like somebody would call me a name that don't know me just because of what I'm saying. And they may call me.
That's not a good comparison.
Well, no. I'm gonna tell you what they would call me.
Because I you something I know.
No, I'm gonna tell you what they would call me. They call me Uncle Tom.
Oh mercy.
Yes, that's been called that before.
I can know that.
No, but you don't know me. So you can't say he's an Uncle Tom. You can't tell me what I am, and you don't know what I stand for just because I'm saying this way, because I truly stand for the what's right. And a lot of times I don't care what color you are, I want what's right.
Yeah.
I always let me finish. I'm always stood for what's right, and sometimes what's right does not go into our favor, and that's when I get kicked dropped in the nuts because I'm saying I'm saying stuff that I feel like I want what's right. And it's almost like, okay, well, no, you got to go with what the crowd goes with. You got to roll with everybody else is rolling with, because what you're saying, it couldn't happen that way because of this and because of that. All I'm saying is right here. Yes, I want justice. I want justice for the guy. I can't even pronounce his name. Bob. I want justice for him and his family. I want everything done the right way. I want us to stop speculating on a whole bunch of stuff that we truly don't know, and stop acting like we know it. Because that's the problem. We act like we know a whole bunch of stuff that may not be true. You don't. If you call me Uncle Tom, you're gonna be sorely mistaken. Because I'm far from it. Black rights is all. I like that, but I like it right. I don't like it where it's all mixed up and cluttered up and say, well, they do it to us, and we should do it to them. That's wrong.
Okay, nobody's saying that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Kanetta said she's tired of the BS. There's doctors and nurses that work over 12 hours a day, and they're not going home killing folks. There's no excuses for violence.
And they're not calling death and surgery.
I don't know about that.
So how long is Kanetta?
All right, but then don't lose your job being on this show, okay? Don't lose your job being on this show.
I know she should be at work.
Yeah, buddy, don't be in trouble now.
She was 5 to 10. I ain't never seen her.
DeAndre said, my heart bleeds for our brothers and sisters. If there wasn't a more respectable time to really come together and put our power and numbers to work, God bless and protect us with a capital U.S.
Well,
Let me read what
I like that.
Wendy said.
I like that.
She's saying, quote unquote, I know said that you are trying to get us to see both sides of the coin, but realistically speaking, protocol was not followed when she entered the apartment and encountered an intruder.
Yep.
Who said that?
Gwen Gibson Collins.
And that could
That's
be
his
true.
cousin.
But I like the way she said it. I'm trying to see both sides of the coin. And a lot of times we don't look at both sides of the coin. We don't look at the side that we want to be true.
Well,
We don't look at both sides. We
I
don't,
think-
You think
I
you
think-
want this to be true, really?
no. You only look at the sides where.
Who wants it to be
No.
true?
What you want to be true is the girl to hang.
I think what Cedric is saying basically this,
We want the truth.
all in a nutshell. We can speculate all we want on Facebook, but prove it to me what y'all saying is true. Otherwise, shut up. Let the law enforcement do what they do. Let them investigate. But all we can do is speculate. I know as black people, we're upset about this.
Very.
What he's saying is, we just keep running our mouths. We act like we're investigating when we're not. But at the same time, we don't know what the facts of the case are unless they come forward with this. And they we through the trial, through the media, who knows? But I guess what he's saying is, show me what y'all saying is true. That goes for Shelly, that goes for Preacher, that goes for Canetta. All the comments y'all saying, that Deanna, he's saying basically, prove to me what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
well,
Prove to me that Amber Geiger actually murdered Bobby John. Prove that to me. That's basically what he's saying.
Well, he can't see that.
Nobody
Nobody
can
can see that.
That-
The woman shot the man.
Okay.
The woman shot him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But murder is.
They charged her, man.
But the word murder means you intended to shoot him. You went to it with the intent to shoot somebody.
don't know.
That's the definition of murder. You went with the intent to shoot somebody and kill them. That means that after the end of the day, your intent that you went to do, that's murder. Manslaughter is you went to go hurt somebody and you want to kill them.
Can I
Involuntary manslaughter. No. I'm just telling you, that's the definition of murder. Did she go to it? Did she intend to? We don't know that.
My speculation is, he probably thought she was still in work. And she saw someone else up in there.
Oh, my
Up in
goodness.
there, up in there.
Oh, my goodness. My
Because it is stated they knew each other.
Mm.
It was stated.
Well, it's actually the family said they didn't know each other. The family said they didn't know each
Did or
other.
did not.
They said they did not know each other. The family said they
Wait
didn't
a
know each
minute,
other.
wait a minute. Do your people know everybody you know?
Right. She could have been creeping.
Right.
I'm saying, but you don't know when you just.
I didn't say they were creeping. I said
no, but they may not have known each other. That's why they pulling her back. That's why they're getting all the information so they can decide.
Boy, I can't wait till this go to trial.
Deandra said, okay, I'm in my apartment and now I'm shot and dead. I'm murdered. I'm murdered.
All right, Martin.
Hey, if we
All right.
know you girl.
Yeah, you can do it. Listen, let me tell you what.
You can take a 5-minute break, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. One time, no problem. We can see.
At one point, somebody's watching.
No. Let me tell you why this is supposed to be about this whole thing. Because I understand as far as black people why we're upset. I had a cousin, Stephanie, who was truly murdered. The guy came in, saw her because she decided she didn't want to date him no more. She went on about her way. He left, went to go get a gun, came back, shot him and her new boyfriend. We went to trial. We sit in trial over and over again. They wound up charging her. They wound up charging him with one murder, and the other was accidental. My cousin was accidental. They gave him 25 years. That's it. And I thought they should have gave more, and they would have gave more if our attorneys hadn't pressed the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying let's stop. Let's let the facts come out because that right there hurt me to the core. So I don't stuff like that right there. I understand where we're coming from, why we're mad, but our anger, we cannot allow our anger to not allow the process to take place.
I mean, I had a brother that was murdered.
I know, I know.
On
We're not
they
trying to.
knew who did.
We're not trying to say who got what. I'm just saying this is not one of those things where okay, well look at mine, look how big mine is, look how deep mine is. I'm just saying this from here. Let's let the process take place and stop speculating on what we think it may or may not be. Because what we think may be totally wrong. And you start speculating, you're going to speculate yourself into even what you see is wrong. You know how people look at something, they think it's the truth, but then when they see the truth, it's not the truth? I've always said this, perception is reality until it meets the truth. But once it meets the truth, you've been perceived it so long that you won't think the truth is the truth.
Comment on this, Cedric. Gwen saying blacks are upset because we smell a fish and they're making us look stupid by conjuring this BS story.
Right.
Then Christopher Martin, that's my boy there. Chris said, we are all upset about this. An amazing brother in Christ was killed, and this dude is white.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I've never made it black and white issue.
No, I'll just say,
I agree. We're all upset about it. We're all upset about it. I'm just saying, just sit back and watch. Let the truth come out.
Let me say this: if
you don't
the biggest protest event is get out and vote.
Exactly.
Go vote.
Because if you don't vote, then
go vote. Go vote.
Because you can vote people in and out of office.
You can vote exactly. Because let me share something with you. I've already made my decision on this, and a lot of people may not know this. This is the last election that you can vote straight Democrat. After this election, you're gonna have to go
down your homework.
You're gonna do your homework and go straight down. So we need to turn Texas blue. Dallas already blue, so we need to turn Texas blue. And these people that's sitting in office,
right?
They are being orchestrated by Austin.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Preacher. With this case going on with Malcolm Jean, and you familiar with the Siobhan Randall case, right?
Right.
Those two cases alone, does that determine if Faith Johnson stays in her seat?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. Because number one, the public is paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
The public is watching her every move from this point to November.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How she handled this particular case, okay, and how she handled, matter of fact, Royal Oliver case.
The Royal Oliver case.
Yeah, I felt like she didn't do justice with that case.
She did not do
justice.
She
did not do justice.
But she's not in the citizen.
Wait a minute, he asked me a question.
I'll give that. All right.
She did not do justice. She has not done justice at all. Since she's been
in what way she didn't do it though? I'm just wondering what way she did do justice.
Number one,
I guess what I'm asking, what do you feel like Faith should have done that she didn't do in regards to your comment?
Harsher punishment.
Okay.
Harsher punishment. Like I said, I'm sick and tired of this white only law and black only law. If it was anybody other than a white person, they would have got a harsher punishment.
Mm-hmm.
For what they did. I'm just saying, this 15-year-old boy was going away from him. Robert Oliver, how is he a threat to you? This officer here that just shot the man in his apartment, the lights wasn't on. And then you want to turn the lights on after the fact? No, come on, please.
All right,
I'm sick and tired of our people not being proactive enough. We only vote certain time of the year, but this now is time. It's gonna show up on both sides of the fence.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. On the officer who murdered the guy, what's his name?
Rob.
On that case right there. Yeah.
Going away from him.
Yeah, they got a murder conviction. She's not over the sentence phase. She doesn't have it, and she was after speaking.
But she can request.
No, that's what she did. She requested a longer sentence.
I don't think.
But she no. But she is not the person is not the jury that says how long he's going to get sentenced. So you're saying you don't think she did a good job in that case? Wait, she got the murder case. She got him.
Let me put it like this.
Tell me what did she do in that case alone? What did she do?
It was in the judge's hand.
No, it was in the jury's hand.
But understand something. She did what she's supposed to do, but they made her look good in the fact that, okay, we're gonna take it out of your hand. We want you back in office. We want you as a Republican back in office.
No, but she's not the one who, and the judge is not the one who, their lawyers are the one who says, okay, I want a jury selection that's gonna decide his fate. So the judge doesn't do it, the DA doesn't do it, it's his lawyers or the other side that says, okay, here's how we're gonna decide your fate. Has nothing, once you get your murder conviction, then it becomes now you gotta plead the case of, hey, he needs to go down for life, and that's what they pleaded, they just didn't plead it good enough, or well enough.
Well,
to the
who
jury.
didn't plead it well enough?
His lawyer. Who was the guy? The family's lawyer. The family's lawyer didn't plead the case well enough to get a better conviction. So we gotta be careful of blaming someone for not getting more time, because it wasn't her fault.
I'm out. We're gonna have to stop. We got 15 minutes. We ain't talk about the Cowboys.
One more comment.
We got
DeAndre says, Cedric, yes, we're upset. This is too many times. I don't have to know the details anymore. I'm tired. It's scary, but I fear not. When you have black sons and a black husband, you feel deeply and are over the excuses. It could have been one of them or me. We, with a capital W-E, need justice day one, not bail bonds later.
Okay.
Very well said.
So real quick, Shelley, final thoughts on this forum before we move to the Cowboys, starting with you.
Same thing. I just agree that, it's overwhelming for this to continue to happen, and then there just be excuse after excuse after excuse. When do the excuses stop and justice starts getting served? Immediately. Okay. There should not be no question that this woman committed a crime and should have been handcuffed right then and there. She's right across the street from the police office. Why wait until she called 911, goes to Kaufman, and then turns herself in? She should have been handcuffed and put into the jail system right then and there for what she did.
Okay, Bridget.
This whole thing is a hurricane within itself.
Okay.
There is a different procedure when it comes to peace officers. Okay. They like I first stated, I think it's 48 or 72 hours that they can wait before they start questioning them about a shooting like this. Okay. And then on top of that, like Stella was sharing, if it was a citizen, they'd have been in handcuffs right then and there and hauled off to jail.
Okay.
I really pray and hope that the truth will come out, justice will be served. There's no question about it. She shot the man. Now, what's in doubt is how the end result is going to come out of the court at the end of the trial. That's what's in doubt.
All right. Any final thoughts on this forum?
This is disappointing, the way that the whole situation has been handled. I'm actually kind of disappointed in all of us and how we are so different in our perspectives of it. And I'm kind of along the lines with Benchwarmer as far as see how it plays out.
Okay.
I don't get caught up in the racial side of things. My wife will attest to that.
Okay.
But I really hope that justice is served the right way, and we can move on. And hopefully, I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, but hopefully it gets better.
All right. Final thoughts on this forum.
I'll say the same thing. I want the right thing to be done, just to be served on both sides of the party, but I also want the truth to be known. I don't want to speculate about what we think may or may not have happened. I want it to come out, and I'm not expecting it to come out within the next week or two. It takes time to try a murder case. It takes time to get all the evidence. That's just what it is.
Okay.
What was done wrong? Okay, yeah, she should have been cuffed right then and there. They gave her a bond, $300,000 bond. That's fair. That's a high amount of bond. Mm-hmm. She paid it. Was gone. Yeah. As a police officer, she knows some of the things she can and can't do. As a police officer, she has a certain amount of time to turn herself in. So she just worked within the confines of the law. There's nothing wrong with that. She had every right to do that, and she chose her right. And so I think let's just let everything come out, Whatever happens, let's let the law let it take over. If we want to trust DPS, the police department, and everything, let's give them an opportunity for us to trust them. Not trying to speculate what they doing wrong or right. Let's let them earn our trust. The only way you do it by saying, let me see what happens.
Professor, can I ask you?
No, you already had one last word.
No, I just want to ask you one
Sure.
thing. As an officer of the church, am I held higher than my members?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now,
That
Carolina 16, Dallas 8. Final thoughts.
That was
Start with the substitute.
What's your final thoughts
Yeah.
on that?
We got to move. We only have 10 minutes.
Okay, all
I have to share it on
Keep it
social
time.
media. I'm just trying to be honest here. Final thoughts on that game, starting with substitute. Carolina 16, Dallas 8. Just say whatever's on your mind, good or bad.
Damn.
Is that what you said?
Man, that was bad. That was just bad. I was expecting a lot more. All we heard this offseason was a Dak-friendly offense, and we got all these new receivers, and he'll be able to spread it around more. And what I saw on Sunday was the same mess that I saw a year ago without Witten and without Dez Bryant. The only difference I saw is a bunch of new faces. I saw the same offense. I guess if I want to be positive, I really like what I saw with the defense. I mean, they were real impressive, but Jerry needs to do something because I've been a Jason Garrett fan for the most part, but Jason Garrett has to go. Scott Linehan has to go. This whole offensive scheme needs to be changed immediately. I don't care about I have faith in this person. How can you have faith in the same system that's not producing W's? You have to adjust to the talent you have, not try to force the talent to adjust to your system. And that's the difference between a Jason Garrett, a Belichick, Sean McVay out there in LA. Dak Prescott's athletic. He moves around the pocket. You need to change your offense to his strengths and not try to make him Tony Romo.
Right.
And until you do that, we're going to see the same mediocre offense. And every Tuesday we're going to come here pissed off and, and don't really know how to 8 points. I mean, my gosh, that's embarrassing. And that's all I want to say for now.
Said,
That was a lot.
Carolina 16, Dallas 8.
Go on, use water.
Final thoughts on the game. Good or bad, different and different.
One,
Just
the
shoot the
offense was inept. It looked horrible. I still feel like they should have played in preseason. The fact that you sit Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, they have no ability to get any type of continuity. I agree with you. It's new players, same route, same offense. Ezekiel Elliott couldn't get started, couldn't get nothing going. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll open up the offense with the running game. Can't do that, and they wouldn't stack the box that much. They were just playing just regular. It seemed like they was playing regular defense. The offensive line was crappy. I mean, Connors was getting killed. I mean, Joe Looney was god dog. They just didn't play together.
And don't forget the kicker.
Oh my God, yeah, they got rid of Dan Bailey. My thing is now I'll say this right here.
Okay.
I did pick them to lose. So I'm not upset. I'm upset at how they lost, but I'm also encouraged because they didn't get blown out. The defense kept them in the game. And you're talking about they kept them in the game against a good team. And let's understand one thing. Carolina's defense was top 10. So it's not like the offense was going against a sorry defense. It's just Carolina exposed them early. And so if that's the blueprint of big Cowboys, it's going to be a long season. Because
Chris Martin just said it's going to be a long season.
Yeah, but I'm encouraged that defense played good, so they keep them in games. I'm gonna go ahead and do my prediction right now against Dallas Giants. I was wavering back and forth. I think the Giants gonna win this one.
Sunday night football, New York Giants at Dallas. So you picking?
Well, I said I'm thinking. I'm still wavering. I got to Thursday. Remember, our picks end on Thursday.
But you got the Giants.
I'm still wavering.
I'm picking Giants. I'm not wavering. I think the Giants is gonna come here and they're gonna wreck
And
shop.
most of the time they do too.
I don't because Eli Manning's still a statue. And I feel like our defense is getting to him a lot, and we get a hold of a couple of picks. And I think Dallas will come back after that embarrassment, play strong, and get that W.
Shelley?
Debacle. That's all I can say. It was a debacle. It was terrible. I fell asleep on part of it. Woke up and it was still. I thought I was having a nightmare.
Dallas Giants. The Giants and Dallas as well. You got to make the pick.
Oh, I'm gonna go with my Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah.
She ain't shaking it.
I ain't shaking it. Yeah.
Preacher.
Always.
Well,
New York and Dallas.
Huh? Let us pray. The play calling is so elementary. You can see it.
With play calling.
Yeah, the play calling. I applaud the defense, even though Sean Lee did not play well because he got ran over by 3 or 4
He missed 4 tackles.
Yeah, one tackle, he could have stopped the game, and he just ran out his arm. So
that was C.J. Anderson.
Yeah. So, but I applaud our defense. They have stepped up. It seems like with the offense, they've gone back. I didn't see a good passing game. That's what opened up your run game.
Right.
It's the passing game. And swallow your pride. Pride goes before destruction. How did they did? We can forgive you if you can forgive us.
I don't think he's gonna come back.
He would. But this week, I think the Cowboys will step up and beat the Giants. Because when your rivalry come to town, I always was taught don't lose in your own yard.
Sure, great enough.
I think the one thing that bothered me about the Carolina Dallas game is that Dak Prescott and did not go downfield not one time.
Not one. And I asked that question.
That was hard to even witness the fact they even
tried. But even he I saw some. Well, he could have had some first down where he done overthrew the man or went straight to his feet.
But wait a minute, he tried to go downfield a couple of times. Some of the time he tried to go downfield, it was like coverage sacks because he would sit back in the pocket and looking for somebody. It wasn't nobody getting open.
But can I ask you a question on that? Does it seem like it was a bookie game to anybody?
It was like a what?
A bookie game.
Bookie.
A bookie. Did they cover it?
Where was Tavon Austin? He was supposed to be the explosive guy.
He had 3 touches.
He ran the same crappy play.
Yeah, that little jump back and then
we saw Whitehead running.
Lucky Whitehead.
And Ryan Switzer.
That's Scott Linehan's fault.
Yeah. He's not go behind out of here with this jet sweep. I'm so tired of seeing that garbage.
Would y'all feel safer?
That's all him.
Would you feel safer? Let's say they took the play calling away from Scott Linehan and just gave it back to Jason Garrett.
I feel better.
I would too.
Yeah.
I remember when Jason Garrett called the 26 points a game.
Because I think at that point, if you put it back in Garrett's hands, Garrett is saying, my butt might be in the hot seat too. So I think
I'm gonna lose off of me, not you.
If this thing coming down, I'm gonna be the reason why I come down. But if you don't want to get terminated by Jerry Jones and family, get a play calling back to Garrett, see what he can do. Now, at one point, Garrett was calling the offense before, but that was up on the Wade Field. I know your story about that.
Yeah.
But when he called plays, he's not bad at it. But my problem with Jason Garrett was he wasn't aggressive.
Right.
He was too passive in the play calling before he decided to get a
passive and if the defense can stop you and stop holding the 14, 13 something points, I'll take passive and 15, 16 points all day long. Still win game.
Professor,
not me.
Would you agree just because you on press you're smart, but it doesn't mean you're smart enough to be the head person. You're smart enough to be an assistant.
On defense, my mouth is watering because I don't have big Cam Newton trying to tackle. It's Eli Manning. He's going to be.
Eli can't move.
I'm licking my chops right now. It's like, I can't wait to 35.
The offensive line is just sorry.
Speaking of that, DeMarcus Lawrence was a beast Sunday.
Yeah,
it was small and confident.
So was Ross.
Ross. And another thing, they need to give my boy Greg an opportunity. Gregory.
Yeah, concussion.
Yeah, but
yeah, kudos to the DBs.
All right, well, this has been 401 Sports Talk Radio, ForumRadioNetwork.com. I know we went long. It was a sports talk show.
But that quick as I was trying to push it to this point.
Yeah, but Preacher took over. Every once in a while, we let him take over. All right, this has been 401 Sports Talk Radio, ForumRadioNetwork.com. We will be back Tuesday again. Come see us Tuesday. We're at Brick House Lounge. Arkansas, every Tuesday from 7 to
2505 East Arkansas Lane in Arlington. You have to say the full address.
2505 East.
2525.
That's what's it.
2525 East Arkansas Lane, Arkansas,
East
Texas.
Arkansas
Arlington,
Lane.
Texas.
Not Arkansas, Texas.
All right,
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
let's roll.
See you then.
With the Lord, God bless you really good. With the Lord, God bless you.
All right, singing pastor, singing pastor.
I was just sitting here being quiet. I was like,
The singing pastor.
I like my wife and I heard you all talking. I'll sit back and listen.
Hey, you gonna get an earful when you.
Oh, I already know.